We're back, guys. No, Moose, you're perfectly fine. If the person comments again, you can remute them because Peter kicked us off with 3 mutes. So we're going to go ahead and take that down to 135. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just fucking trips me out why people are so upset about these things. You know what I mean? So we have Moose, you have, once that person comes back, you have 2 more free mutes over there because I know that's where TikTok needs it the most. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Jane was the very first member over on the streets of the Tube of Yube. They're weird and obsessed. Yeah, you're good now. You got two mutes courtesy of Peter. So yeah, I don't know why they do that, Shay, at all. Because they think it means like okay, I have a lot of opinions on this, right? But I'm not sure this is the right place for it, but we'll just put it this way. I mean that's a good point too, Jacob. Taking care of your mental health shouldn't be stigmatized. Should not be negatively stigmatized. If you go to therapy, I encourage everyone to go to therapy for one. Oh, it's for in the chat fallout, but this one's specifically for the TikTok chat today. And our mental health needs to be taken care of more. It just does. And I don't know why the United States has such a hard time with acknowledging the importance of taking care of mental health. Isn't that what you guys say when it's a white person that shoots up a location? Oh, it's so listen, Neely, TikTok's been on something. I got a bunch of problems with TikTok. What was I gonna say? What was I saying? Oh yeah, isn't that what you guys say when it's a white person that shoots up any location that it's mental health and they need to take care of it? Isn't that part of what you say about people that are homeless or are addicted, is that it's a mental health crisis? And yet you guys demonize people that are having sincere mental health issues that they need image fan, hi, that they ask for assistance from their psychologists, their doctors, whomever. You know what I mean? Like, you guys call it mental health, then you don't do anything to assist people with mental health, and you negatively stigmatize individuals that have acknowledged mental health issues, right? Whatever that is, right? You just pick a lane. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Like, pick a goddamn lane already. It's also in the same way that, and I will say this, right? This goes to legitimately both sides, is that, what is this? Oh, interesting. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. It's like whoa, why did that do things? Hold on. What the heck? Oh yeah, box go away. I did not like that at all. Sorry. My other screen was doing weird stuff and I didn't like it. And so then I was like, no, stop that. I don't like you at all. Okay. Anti-who's. I done lost my entire train of thought. My bad, guys. You smoke the leafy green for all people's safety. That's an interesting take. So that is a very interesting take. All right, guys. So I know it's just my pretty face on the screen right now. And Hector will be joining us shortly. Frink, I think I have your name right. It's the second one. Okay. Yes. half of y'all are seeing a different prompt right now because I'm waiting for Hector, and I have to do this to be full screen. So, poor kid, he was just on yesterday. Ooh, somebody sent me a DJ cat? Oh, that's cool. Sorry, y'all can't see it, but that was in, oh, it's called Turn It Up, but it's a cat doing a DJ. That was pretty cool. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting for Hector to show up and join and whatnot and all the good jazz and all the good things. So for right now, it's just me ab-libbing because that's the things that I do best. Well, Midwest, you know there's a gift similar to that on TikTok? So consider that. But if you are a Republican, conservative, or MAGA, and you would like to have a conversation, call the number on the screen. Okay? He said he's trying to get him off, Mia. And normally Hector does a drop pull when he's ready to go. Yeah. Whoa. All right. So, Mia, thank you for the hearts. Pay attention to the numbers in the chat because supposedly Hector has a shit ton of people watching him. And we're going to keep an eye on how many people actually come in and say, Hector raid. You know what I mean? We want to keep an eye on that. Rawr. What was I going to say? I keep losing my... Okay, Jacob. I keep losing... Well, I appreciate that, Beef. I keep losing my train of thought, which is normal, okay? To be clear, guys, that is a normal thing. Ooh, press start. I do like that one. Oh, we have Hector Raiders coming in. Okay. Well, I just want to let you guys know the otter is great too. We're keeping an eye on who comes in, right? We're gonna test and see how much Hector's viewers actually care about women. So we're paying attention to this. I always love it when people say stuff like this. First, this person said, 8 eyes and you still can't see the truth, ... Then they realize their mistake. 4 eyes and still can't see the truth. Well, Bran, what I've noticed from your second grade insults is that you have 2 brain cells competing for 3rd place. So you're doing great. You would think, like, it's pretty sad when a 6-year-old... Oh, sorry. Yeah, actually, you know what? My nephew definitely has better insults than you. Well, for one, he's using an anime for his photo, like an anime character for his photo. So all of those things, right? So you guys just do strange things. Yeah, the anime PFP says something. It usually does. Like at least I put my face on camera. You can't even put your face up as a picture. So says a lot. You're so adorable. So cute. Can I pinch your cheeks? Can I pinch your cheeks? Because you're just so adorable doing anime for your photos. Oh, so cute. Yeah. Right, Ellie? I haven't heard four eyes in forever. It is literally the laziest insult that you can give. Oh no, I have glasses. Oh no, if I take them off, everything is blurry. It's like, oh no. Oh no. That's also why you won't call, right, Bran? Right? Bran, that's why you won't call the number on the screen? It's because you actually can't stand behind your convictions? Joe, Mac, it's funny you would even ask me if does she even read the chats when I'm literally replying to a chatter. Now, the one guaranteed way to make sure I read your chat is to send bits or super chats because that's the best way to make sure that I actually read it out loud and acknowledge it. But I will give you guys a hint, right? So if you want to insult me and you want me to put it on the screen for it to be read for sure, you're gonna like pay $10 because I truly don't need to reply to you. But we're gonna do this one real quick. Smash us in, throwing pocket glitter, freeze. Hydration and snackies, check beauties and cuties. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful and mystical, magical Monday. And remember to say amazing. Swan dives out the window, exploding into glitter. Poof. Thank you, 77, for that. Drag 'em. I'm just saying, like, y'all do a bunch of weird stuff. Like, I'm not. I grew up non-denominational. So I hope that helps. Okay? I'm not. Yes, Amethyst. Well, people need it, Darren. Yeah, general strikes don't work in the United States. I will be honest. They just don't work. There's always people that go against it. So. Really, Rick? Didn't know that. I'm kidding. And I'm totally kidding. I'm just joshing with you, Rick. The cat is good. The cat is a picture of my real cat who is around here somewhere. But any hoosers, I wanted to go over something I saw today. Let me see if I can't find it. Oh, I don't think I put this in the right spot, but you know what? It works. So while we're waiting for Hector, I want to start you guys off with something. Guys, if you are watching over on TikTok, be sure to be double tapping that screen, share, repost the live, do all of the things. We need one more heart me on TikTok to clear that out. Should have already gotten that, but I will play nice because I was joshing with somebody. I wanted to show you guys this video real quick while we are waiting for Hector. Where is my thing? There. Okay.
You know that our reserves, we have a reserve, and it's really meant for war. It's meant for very important things, strategic reserves, right? Just reported today they're at the lowest point they've been, maybe ever, but they know in 40 years.
Oh, this is September 28th of 2024, by the way.
Because Biden used that to suppress the numbers, because without that, the oil prices for your car, it wasn't supposed to be for your gasoline, in all due respect. And it's peanuts compared to the amount we're talking about. But now we have the lowest strategic oil reserves in the history of our country, we think, or many, many decades.
We learned today, Sandra, that our strategic petroleum reserve
August 11, 2026. So this was 6 days ago.
has 300 million barrels, the lowest it's been in 43 years. I don't hear any of them talking about that. I don't hear any of them talking about answers or ways we're going to address that going forward. I don't.
So this is a graph of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve.
Okay, I'll put this up briefly so everyone can see this. Hi, Hector Raiders. Hector will be here shortly. So this is the strategic oil reserves and all that good jazz, right? Why is my logo stuck there? Where is that at? Anti-who's. And it just shows how it was up, dropped up a little bit, and then dropped some more. Just drastically dropped. Okay, cool beans.
It is from the Bipartisan Policy Center. Their logo is in the right-hand corner of the screen. I'm going to zoom in. So this particular graph is really great because they included information maybe that might indicate why the U.S. government might take oil from these strategic oil reserves. And here you can see Russia invades Ukraine. And again, that was right after the pandemic. That was part of the reason as well. And you do see that dramatic dip, which is during the Biden administration, but it starts to go up at the end of the Biden administration, and only recently has it dramatically dropped. And this is the lowest level since 1983. So this graph is from Reuters, and what
Okay, we have another graph here, so let me put this back up. You guys have to understand on TikTok's being very sensitive about anything being shown on the screen, so I'm taking it on and off. But yeah, you can see here where it shows red versus blue and everything like that. And we acknowledge Biden dropped the strategic oil reserves, strategic petroleum reserves. There is no arguing that. It dropped under Biden, 100%. We agree. Okay. Welcome in, Hector Raiders. As you are coming in, be sure to hit that follow or that subscribe button, depending on which platform you are watching on. And please be sure to do a couple of things, especially if you are watching over on TikTok. Touch my live goal. We've got 2 live goals going on. We have the roses, and then we have the daily overall monetary gift goal. Direct donation goal. And that's that $135. I do engage in a form of socialism where I do dole this out to the people that work with, for, and around me. So please keep that in mind as you are considering donating. So I do appreciate that so much. And be sure to be double tapping the screen if you are watching over on TikTok, sharing the live, no matter which platform you are on. Subscribe, follow, whichever one is free to do. If you are on YouTube, consider becoming a member. If you're watching over on TikTok, consider becoming a super fan. It is a little bit more expensive. Sorry about that. And then also, I hear you, Hector, but I don't see you.
God damn it. Hold, please.
Okay. If I need to send you a new link, just let me know. And if you're watching over on Twitch, we have subscriptions available as well. So you guys might hear the ghost of Hector, which I also hear the ghost of Hector. So it's not just y'all. He is like a ghost. It's coming from nowhere at the same time. If you need to exit it, just let me know and I can send you a new link because that might need to happen.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Please send me a new one.
Okay, see you in a minute. I'm going to swap that up. Sometimes things just break, guys, okay? Ugh, boom. Milk dud raid. We love a good milk dud. We love a good milk dud. All right, guys, if you came over from Hector, hi, Erica. Be sure to stay around. Erica is the exception because she does her own thing. So I'm not going to keep her here. But try to stay around for a little bit. You might enjoy it. Who knows? Technology sucks. There, I see it, Hector.
I need to change my mixer here. Hold, please.
Okay. You
Can
guys
you
also...
hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Awesome.
And now half the people see you. Everyone sees you now. Perfection.
Giggity giggity.
All right. We haven't had any calls yet. I've been ad-libbing a little bit here. So, you know.
Oh, yeah. The testicular fortitude was missing greatly over on my end. But we got people up once this moron started arguing. I don't know. It's actually kind of funny how they do this. It will take like one of their champions to come up and say something, and then they go, "Oh, I have balls now." So it's a whole thing. Moving my camera.
That's funny. I know you got to stop doing it. I'm like trying to make it so you're center on all my screens.
My bad.
No, you're good. I can't help you with your focus problem. if that's what you're doing to try to fix, you know.
Yeah, it's a different thing I have to do.
Yeah,
Sync the
that's
cameras.
different.
Thank you so much, Hector Raiders. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate
Oh,
you.
now it's over my face on TikTok.
Oh, God damn it.
That's me. All right, let's see. Hector raid. All
Nope.
plain. No Hector raid.
I don't co-sign that. Nope. We call ourselves Hectivists over here. Okay.
Hectivists.
I don't
There
get
you
paid
guys go.
enough for y'all to be Hectoring so much. I don't get paid enough.
Okay, I take it back. You guys. Oh, y'all are not. This is what happens when I'm switching things up and I'm not paying attention to what
I'm
I'm
about
doing.
to come up on my main.
Sounds good. I heard you involved yourself with Rich Poor.
Yeah. Rich Poor was doing so bad that he phoned a friend.
Oh,
And
he
you know
has
what the friend told him?
friends? No.
Lake and Riley.
Okay, what friend did he phone though?
I kept asking, he wouldn't say. He would not say.
But did you hear the other person's voice?
Nope. Like, I guess it was a text. Like, his friend was watching him up on the panel, and he
Ain't no
said,
way.
"Oh, my friend just told me something that's going to end the whole debate. Lake and Riley." It was hilarious.
I'm 99% sure, guys, and don't hate me for this. And Rich Poor, if you're in here, and I mean it in all intent, you're a troll from the left. Saying it with all of my feelings.
Oop.
I really think that it's just a troll from the left. Someone on the left that has too much time in their hands trolling other leftists.
That's interesting. You think he's a lefty?
Yeah, I think he's a troll. I think he's a leftist trolling everyone else.
It's a great point.
Honest to goodness. But guys, if you are MAGA, conservative, or Republican, whichever one of the ways you identify as, you too can phone a friend while you're up talking to Hector and I. I don't care. You can even patch them in on a conference call. If you want to have a 2v2, feel free. Call the number, phone your friend, put them on that conference call. Do it all. All right, we got this. I believe that he has a permaban on Rich Poor. That would make sense.
I would if I had more time, honestly. There's a thing. I have a thing with these like people who do this for sport. I would actually prefer to speak to new people each and every single live. I would prefer to speak to people who are going to vote. I would prefer to speak to people who want to learn versus folks who want to argue the same points over and over. And then they get cooked over and over. I'm just like, can we just actually get somewhere? Thank you so much, Bree. I missed this actually in my life. Thank you for the 5. She said, I legit cannot stand this man. That was in reference to Rich Poor.
Legitimately, I understand. Also, I don't see you requesting. It like requested and then fell out.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, late W Bree.
In there now.
Yes, you are. Cool beans. We do have someone in TikTok requests. I will humor it for 2.5 seconds until they try to put on the camera or something, if they're even still here.
Oh, gosh. I need to find that option that stops them from doing it because Penelope keeps saying we can.
It doesn't exist on Studio.
What?
Trust me, I checked. There is supposed to be this option in settings, and there's no option to limit camera access. You only have that option on the cell phone, apparently.
How many Trump supporters do you think know about David Hearn?
Not a lot, I would assume.
I really want to like blast his name from the hills because I think he's the perfect example of what political weaponization of the government looks like. And it seemed like they had a lot of energy for Biden Harris when they alleged that they were doing it versus the Trump administration who was actually doing it. Better yet, I always ask Trump supporters, if you can, please give me an example of the Biden Harris administration weaponizing the government for political gain. And we can have a fruitful conversation about that.
Political or monetary gain, whichever way you guys go. Oh, interesting. For the Hector Raiders that came in over on YouTube, I think you guys got dumped in the landscape live, which is, wait, no, that's portrait. Haha. I'm looking, I have my shows reversed. They're not on the normal screens. Damn, I was tripping myself out. Also, Dean, thank you for the 10. Says, please remind everyone that the selling off of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve by Biden was a result of mandates from Congress, means it was congressionally approved. He then resupplied by buying back cheaper oil, making the United States money. That is also true. W. Dean, for that one as well. I was playing a video about the STR or SPR. My bad. I cannot speak today.
Also, Biden didn't drain those reserves to use it to cover tax cuts for the ultra wealthy, like the Trump administration.
Or the cost of a war that we started ourselves for some reason. Which sorry, randomly, guys. For some of you out there, won't touch for everybody. Tomorrow, I'm gonna repeat this a couple times tonight, probably. Tomorrow, Florida, you have your primary elections. Get your fucking asses out and vote if you are living in Florida. Get your asses out there and vote if you are living in Florida. If you go back on my page and you're watching over on YouTube and you're not sure about your Republican candidates, or you just want to laugh at your Republican candidates, whichever way you want to roll with it, my last deep dive episode, which it has its own playlist, my deep dives have their own playlist, is specifically on the top 4 gubernatorial candidates on the Republican ticket for Florida, because they are the most ridiculous people. And I want to remind everybody that Mr. Jolly, who is the top Democratic candidate for the Democratic ticket for the gubernatorial race, is a former Republican. So take that as you wish. However you want to take that. Former Republican, turned independent, and then is now Democrat, which, I mean, we do have a saying that sometimes you go so far left, you turn, or sorry, so far right, you turn left. So, yeah. Just pointing that out there. Oh, California also has a special election tomorrow for their District 14 to replace Eric Swalwell in Congress. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna go with that. Last governor's race was a former Republican as well. I believe it. Baston. Oh, a lot of them do it. Mercy. Okay, interesting. Meh. Okay. You might just want to give you a heads up, Hector, as you're putting your headphones back in. You might get a little bit annoyed with this first person calling in.
Why?
Yeah, that's
we'll find out, I guess.
yeah. I think it lets me just copy it. There we go. Hey, don't do that. Me yelling at a computer. Guys, everything's okay. Everything's okay. That's why. All right. Guys, if you are watching again, 1 second.
Oh.
What's up?
Her gift gallery is infinitely easier than mine.
Infinitely.
Those of you who can become the title gifter and clear out those gifts, it's super important that we do that from Sunday to Sunday, or released by Sunday. If you guys want to support Ari that way, please make sure you're resharing the live as well. Give it a repost and add it to your story. Get it out to as many people as possible, because sharing is caring. And I know you have an angry uncle who needs to see this shit and you're too scared to talk to him. That's what we're here for. So make sure you're sharing out the live.
Exactly. Exactly what Hector just said. So be doing all of the great things to interact in the live. As well, Miss Erica says it specifically as all of the good things. So we'll say it that way. Shout out Erica Shante. Okay. David, you are on air with Hector and Ari. How are you doing today?
Yo, what's going on? I'm good. How you guys doing?
Doing great. For terms of service, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 29.
Thank you. Okay. And what did you want to talk about?
You know what? I saw the stream.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate what you guys are doing. I love the conversation. But you have this very anti-Trump like vibe to you. And I just got to say, I think, what's it called? I think Trump's not great, and we could definitely get into him. But the reason he got elected was because Kamala just fumbled the campaign so poorly.
Ah.
Cool. That's one a hell of a way of saying you're a Trump supporter, without saying it. But sure, I'm fascinated as to why you believe that she fumbled the campaign. What specific fumble did you see come from the Kamala Harris campaign?
Oh, okay. Well, you're too presumptuous in saying I'm a Trump supporter, but because Trump is but we can get there. But if you just look at the campaigns, because I think Trump betrayed all of his people, personally. But if you look at the campaigns, Kamala couldn't even do an interview.
She did several interviews. How much of them did you watch?
Oh, what can you actually show me an interview? Do you have one like off the top of your head or something?
Yeah, sure. That was an answer to my question, though. How many interviews did you watch?
I watched her speak a lot. It was pretty hard to watch. She was kind of she definitely was a bit nervous up there. She definitely rambled and didn't articulate very well.
Okay. What was her plans for healthcare?
And there was some pandering. There was a lot of pandering.
What was
her plans for what?
Healthcare, since you watched a lot of interviews.
Well, look, this is recalling like years ago. Well, not, I guess just a year ago, but
I can recall exactly what she ran off of.
Every time I saw her speak, sorry, what was that?
I can recall exactly what she ran off of, but yeah, sure. Go finish your sentence.
Well, when you say what she ran off of, it was a lot of vague jargon and never any precise, I'm going to do this and we're going to get this. It was often a lot of pandering to, like, we as a nation have to come together. And, what's that? What was she said, you think you fell out of a coconut tree? Like, she was saying all this goofy shit. And
that wasn't on the 2024 campaign trail, so you can't even get your elections right.
It was.
Secondly, I think it was very specific when she ran off of a federal price gouging ban. I think it was very specific when she ran off of a $25,000 down payment assistance for first-time home buyers. I think it was very precise when she talked about continuing to expand healthcare.
You can already get
and ran off of her record
for first-time home buyers. Every state offers first-time home buyers.
So $25,000 on the federal level. I think that's very, very specific. I think it was specific with her plan to build
over here in Ohio,
3 million new homes by the end of her. Again, yeah. So you're talking about state policies. I'm talking about expanding it to the federal level.
Wait.
That's the difference.
This is exactly the problem, actually.
I'm mentioning the specifics that you're incapable of doing.
David, how are you supposed to engage in this conversation if you're interrupting the middle of Hector's sentences continuously? How are you supposed to be listening and engaging?
You're right. I apologize for that, but he was starting to extend past. He was making he kept on extending. He brought up one of the points she ran on, which was $25,000 federal assistance for homes. But that's kind of the problem right there. The country can't afford a home to begin with. Homes are way out of reach for a lot of people.
What else did I say to address the affordability crisis? What is the other half of what I said to address the affordability crisis?
Well, I didn't hear the rest of what you said because I wanted to.
Precisely. That's the problem. So it was to build 3 million new homes by the end of her first term. About 1-point-something million was rental units. The reason being is because we had a supply and demand issues. So when you add a bunch of homes into the market, that would reduce the prices of the
why do we have supply and demand issues? She left the border open for 4 years.
No, not surprising.
Of course you have supply and demand issues.
Behind every single person who says Trump won because Kamala fumbled is a person who is incapable of articulating what her position is or her abilities were under him. Kamala Harris is not a border czar. I imagine you believe that because Donald Trump told you so, in which case you can give me evidence of when she was appointed as such. I know. You can go ahead and give me that appointment.
And she endorsed sanctuary cities, which is not as
endorsed sanctuary cities?
You don't even know what a sanctuary city is.
She never critiqued or gave any inclination to believe that she was going to stop the unfeathered access to the
Cool.
southern border.
David,
She gave several.
a couple of tasks for you here. Can you find me a date and time that Joe Biden specifically appointed her the border czar or in charge of the southwest border?
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure I could. Yeah. I mean, she was given that title of border. She was a part of the border in some degree. But I mean, I'm not a computer. I
Okay,
don't go by
fine. Then when was
computer.
she put in charge of the southwest border? By Joe Biden.
Well, let me type it into Google here. Of course, she's not like the fucking, sorry for cursing. Of course, she's not like in charge of Homeland Security.
If she wasn't in
Right.
charge, then how did she open the border or let millions of people in?
Wait. Her administration she was a part of. Her and Biden. She ran with
Oh,
Biden.
now we're
She's part
changing
of
the
Biden.
language. Cool.
Oh,
Well,
shifting
Biden
the
did
No,
what
I
it
always
does.
said administration. Wait, also to begin with,
No, you
her
didn't.
campaign,
You said
she
her.
never articulated any type of
There
I'm
was
going to
another
solve
question
the
I
border
was going to
problem.
ask, and I forgot what it was.
Yeah. Well, when you campaign, you have to talk to the people. She never talked to the people. She would ramble on about junk.
She did
wasn't
quite a
great
bit of that. You
spokesperson,
just
and
didn't
if
see
you
it.
try to tell me she was good at speaking, that's
You
wild.
quite literally just showed earlier when you referenced something that she'd never said on the campaign trail because it was years prior that you're unfamiliar with exactly how much she talked to the people in her interviews or otherwise and what her campaign policies were. Your rebuttal to me bringing up the $25,000 housing assistance was, well, we already have that on the state level. That's the point.
Yeah,
Hers was
we do.
expanding it to the federal level, and she was increasing the amount to that regard because I believe
Was
under
she
Biden
explaining
it
that
was
you would vote?
15,000. She was expanding it to 25,000. You would have known that if you were
Straight up.
actually familiar with her policies.
Well, no one can afford a house or get a job because they fucked up the. Sorry for cursing. Am I allowed to
And then
curse
you
on
wouldn't
this?
have ignored the 3 million new homes added to the market and the incentivizing she would have done via deregulation or tax cuts specifically for affordable contractors to ramp up the production. You would also be ignoring everything that she sponsored when it came to border control in the form of S4361 or stopping immigrants who are caught from entering for another 5 years. First time.
No. That's a bunch of hocus pocus, what you just said.
Hocus pocus?
I never heard her speak about any of that, and she never gave.
You never heard her say a lot of
Alec-
things. I don't think you should lead with
Alexander?
what you didn't hear. You didn't hear shit. You probably shouldn't lead with what you didn't hear.
So, look, I don't want to get stuck on unless you can get me a video or like a campaign speech where she discussed exactly what you're
Sure
saying.
can. Hold, please.
Yeah, I'll hold. But at the same time, you're still getting lost.
I'm still waiting for the
when I
date and
say-
time that Joe Biden specifically appointed her the border czar or in charge of the southwest border. So,
I'll get you. I'm going to try.
uh-huh.
But again, at the end of the day, she's a part of an administration that allowed this to happen, and she never protested or said anything about what was going on.
She literally did.
So
She
that's
became a
kinda
whole
good.
meme. I love that part, right? I love when people say that stuff. She became a whole meme after February of 2021 because she got up on stage and literally said, "Let me be clear. Do not come." She became a whole ass meme for the next year because she said the words,
that's a pathetic
"Do not
attempt.
come."
She also supports sanctuary city policies.
What's a sanctuary city?
Well, let's look here. I mean, sanctuary city are people like, for example, in New York, where they were like, or California, where they just flipped it, like Medicaid got hit with like a $9 billion, had to get bailed out
Nope,
by
has
the
nothing to
government.
do with the sanctuary city policy. You're already doing bad. What is
Yes,
a
it does.
sanctuary
Hold
city?
on,
No,
hold
it
on.
does not.
No,
It does not.
No, you can't talk over me.
I absolutely can. This is absolutely my
Yes, you
live. I
can.
have
Go
all
show.
of the ability in the world to talk over
Yes,
you if I
queen.
so choose. And the thing
Yes,
is, like,
queen.
if you were already spouting misinformation, I'm going to stop you from spouting
Oh,
misinformation.
wait.
Okay.
But is it
So
so? How
specifically
did
when
the
it comes
immigrants
to
bankrupt
California,
California medical?
I just want to be clear. What they had was Medi-Cal, and the people of that state, they voted for it.
Illegal
They
immigrants,
voted to
undocumented
allow
immigrants,
access to
not the
Medi-Cal.
people of the state.
That's something very
Oh,
different. Very different.
yeah, you need
Okay.
federal money,
So you're
tax
confusing
dollars.
that
Tax
with
dollars
sanctuary
paid
city
$9 billion
policies. That is
for
not a
illegal
sanctuary
immigrants.
city policy. So what is a
Let
sanctuary
me get to a
city?
sanctuary city policy.
Yeah, what is a sanctuary city?
Well, I mean, any place that gives all these benefits to illegals is acting in a sanctuary type of city
Incorrect.
way.
Wrong.
When did Sanctuary City start?
Okay. Well, so wait, are you telling me New York didn't pay billions for illegal immigrants and California didn't pay billions for illegal immigrants?
You're
Is that what
confusing
you're telling me right now?
you're confusing many different things. Funding is not a part of a
Sorry,
sanctuary
you're
city
right.
policy. Funding is not a part
Okay,
of a
they just
sanctuary
happen to
city
literally
policy.
sanctuary.
That is not a part of sanctuary cities. Okay, fantastic. We've laid that baseline. Your just pause on
Okay, great.
your
Sanctuary
weirdness,
cities don't
your
exist. How
obsession
about I
with
just
that.
tell you that? Sanctuary
If
cities
what is a
don't exist.
sanctuary
You're right.
city policy?
They
What is
don't
a
exist. You're
sanctuary
right. Wait,
city?
they just don't exist. But why did
They just don't
California have to pay
exist.
$9 billion to illegal immigrants? That's what Americans
No,
were mad
no,
at.
no,
That's how
sorry.
Trump got
I know
elected.
this is a
What do
little
you mean
difficult
no?
for you, but I need you to tell me what a sanctuary city is. If you don't know what a
I don't think
sanctuary
they
city
exist.
is, then say, I do not know.
I don't know because they don't exist. But
They
why did
do exist.
Californians have to pay
They
$9
do
billion to
exist.
illegal
Okay,
immigrants?
calm
Well,
down
now
for a second. Okay,
you're
bud.
running away from the real
1,
fight.
2,
You're running
3,
away from the real
eyes
fight.
on me. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Pookie Bear, thank you so much. Okay.
I already told you I don't know what a sanctuary city
So
is.
I'm glad we finally
Why
got
did
there.
we pay
Now let
$9
me go
billion
ahead
to
and answer
California?
it for you. I'll go ahead and explain it to you now, okay? So a sanctuary city, basically
Okay, but
what
no one
that
cares.
is and what that means, all right? So what a sanctuary city is it just means that
All
in
free zones,
accordance and
declining
compliance
detainers,
with
no
the
status check.
in accordance and compliance with the Supreme Court of the United States of America and existing law and jurisdiction, when somebody's at the end of their sentence, they are released on their release dates and they are not held after or past their release date for ICE to come and pick them up. Okay?
If
That's what a
anybody's watching,
sanctuary
just
city
Google
policy is about.
sanctuary
The
city
other
and read the
part of a
first line.
sanctuary city
Read the first
also
line of the
involves the
Wikipedia
facts. Sir, you're not going to talk over me no matter what you try.
page. Read the
The
first
other
line
part
of
of
the
a sanctuary
sanctuary city
city
Wikipedia page.
guarantees that any victim of a crime, regardless of their immigration status, has the ability to submit a report at the police station without the fear of being deported from the country,
If
so
you're
they can
illegal,
have
you
their
shouldn't be
case heard.
here. And if you commit a crime and you're illegal, you shouldn't be here. And
No, we're
you're
talking
supporting
about
cities that
crimes,
don't deport
sir.
people.
We're
You just
talking
talked
about
about a
crimes
police
committed
report.
on them. We're talking about crimes committed to them. Do you not do you think that a person, a
That
man
does
such
happen.
as do you
The
think
ghettos do
like
be
hold
robbing the
on,
immigrants.
shut the fuck up for a second, broski. Thank you.
I got you good, don't I?
Cool. Do you think that someone named Trevor in, let's just say, fucking
Doesn't matter what his name
bump
is.
shushies, let me finish, in
Okay.
Bumfuck, Idaho, should be able to get
Whoa.
away with raping an undocumented immigrant simply because she was undocumented? Should
not.
Trevor? Okay, so then that's what the importance of a
Where does anyone
sanctuary.
say they
Shut
should?
the fuck up, my guy. In fact, now you have to shut up. So no, that is what a sanctuary city policy is. That if there is somebody that is a victim of a crime, they are able to report the crime to the police without fear of being deported simply because they were the victim of a crime. All right? So, since you agree with me that if someone named Trevor in the middle of nowhere in Idaho should be held to account for raping an undocumented immigrants, then that part of the policy you should have zero issue with, okay? So just to be clear, David, I'm going to ask you this question before I take you off mute. If you say anything other than the answer to this question, you are going to be put back on mute, all right? So I want to know, David, do you think that it is okay for prisoners to be held past the release date?
No.
Okay, so then that's what a sanctuary city policy is. Why are you arguing against something? Is it simply just because you didn't understand it?
Am I on mute still?
Obviously not. I just
Hello?
responded to you.
Just answer what he said.
Oh, sorry. No,
All
I
right,
could hear you the
cool.
whole time, even when I was.
I'm
muted.
aware you
I'm
could. I
sorry.
know that's the great thing about my setup here is that you could hear me the entire time. Just we chose not to hear you. Okay,
Well, don't be so
cool.
mad
And I
at me.
have
Like, you don't have to
this.
be so personal. Well, hold on. If you just read the.
No, I want you to listen for a second.
And as president, I won't only bring back the border security bill that Donald Trump tanked, I will do more to secure our border. To reduce illegal border crossings, I will take further action to keep the border closed between ports of entry. Those who cross our borders unlawfully will be apprehended and removed and barred from re-entering for 5 years. We will pursue more severe criminal charges against repeat violators. And if someone does not make an asylum request at a legal point of entry and instead crosses our border unlawfully, they will be barred from receiving asylum. While we understand that many people are desperate to migrate to the United States, our system must be orderly and secure. And that is my goal.
Which I will
I have
be
a
honest,
question
I
for you.
disagree with her on that part because it's literally a part of the law. What's your
So,
question?
so do I. Yeah, I was about to say I literally disagree with that. She was appeasing Republicans, and they don't ignore that
Yes.
part. So question, Ari, is it common for presidents, upon a bill failing for whatever reason, to then implement elements of that bill through executive order?
No. Actually, no, sorry. That would actually be common. Is that they would, any parts that they are able to do by executive order, they do. That is, sorry, I
And
misspoke. That
when
is
it came,
common.
I figured I was giving you a second. And when it came to the 5,000 a day cap of encounters that we saw in S4361, was
hmm
a cap cut in half, but 2,500 implemented over the summer because Republicans shut that border bill down?
Yeah. It would have been implemented immediately, basically at the moment that it passed into law. It would have been implemented.
Wait, am I off?
Unfortunately, no, you are actually still here.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't hear you guys ask me anything. Like, I'm sorry. I didn't know. Look,
Yeah,
I didn't
I'm
know
not
she
talking to you. You're a
mentioned
waste
about
of
the
time. I
border.
was just going over
I,
with Ari the fact that Kamala Harris very
well, you
much
don't have to
did
be
run
so
off of
rude
border
about it, then, right?
security, and
We
in
never even
2024,
discussed
border
that.
security was implemented in specific executive orders after the failure of it in the Senate because Republicans said no because Donald Trump wanted to run off of it. So you don't know
Well, sir,
Kamala
if we
Harris's
go full
border
circle, we can
policies. You
talk
don't know
about
the
how
things
Trump's
that
are
the
terrible
Biden-Harris
or how
administration
Trump
did
is
to
bad and how
secure the border
Republicans are bad.
because
We
you
can
were
go
too
full
busy
circle.
worrying about her quote unquote word salads.
I understood
This
her
girl
perfectly
muted me.
fine.
Wouldn't
There
even
was
let me
a whole
talk.
reason why I was able to respond to it and say, I actually disagree with that part that she said because that's violating the letter of the law, 8 U.S. Code 1158. That does say that they are able to request asylum, whether or not at a port of entry.
You're not allowed to
Just
seek
because,
asylum when you cross multiple countries.
yeah,
You have to
okay, where's
go
that
to
law?
the nearest
What
law.
law is that?
We can look into. There is a sanctuary request. Sorry, now I got what is that called? Seeking asylum rules. You're not supposed to travel like if you're genuinely seeking asylum. You're supposed to go to like the nearest place. But look,
Sure, where's
it's
that
fine if you
law?
want to come to America.
So waiting for that law,
Well, actually,
Pookie.
how about the Naturalization Act of 1790? How about that law?
The Naturalization Act of 1790.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Look, the founding fathers had an idea of who should be in the country, and it's
Yes,
not a bunch of third world immigrants that are
Feisty, you
tearing
can
it up.
mute that person, and that gave you another mute.
Muted, cooked.
Are you okay?
Are you? You keep muting me. I love you though. I love the conversation. I wish we could actually get somewhere with it because my main point.
If you
was
actually
the
opened your
campaign
ears and your comprehension capabilities, we were not talking about you. You weren't the
keep
person who's
rambling.
being
I would
muted.
love to hear
Oh,
you out.
my
Is your
guy.
name
Yes, guess
Feisty?
what? The less space, the less sensible things
Sorry,
you
let me calm
say,
down.
Ari and I have a show to run, so we have to add some filler there. I'd be more than happy to give you the floor to say something sensible and actually articulate anything that you believe, but you keep rambling on
did.
and making claims that you can't substantiate. The last question that Ari asked you
That's not true.
was, what law is that requires you to claim asylum in the first country you go to and bars you from going through a few countries to get to the United States and claim asylum? What law was that?
I don't know. I think I made it up.
Yeah, I
Are
know.
we supposed to be the welfare state for the whole world? Is America supposed to foot the bill for every struggling person in the world? Is that what you? And that's fine if you want it to be like that. But the
What?
American people don't want that. We don't want to be a welfare state.
No one's sitting here talking about welfare, but I imagine you don't have a single issue with the corporate welfare that the Trump administration is paying out to the richest 1% as they rob you blind. You want to talk about welfare? You want to talk about welfare? Let's talk about those corporate cuts. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that welfare. Let's talk about the fact that while Americans' programs, tax-paying Americans' programs were slashed under the Trump administration, and specifically additional slashes to Medicare specifically will take place next year, we keep giving corporations more and more money, despite the fact that many of them can't pass audits. Let's talk about the fact that some of the most prominent companies do not pay shit when it comes to income taxes or otherwise. You want to talk about that kind of welfare?
Bro, rich people are the only ones paying taxes. I know broke ass ain't
makes very much sense that you're a corporate dick sucker.
Look. You come at me with animosity, so I'm a little feisty, but come on. Like, let's be real.
Okay, so where's that article or the memo from Joe Biden that appointed Kamala Harris as border czar?
You keep ducking the $20 billion fraud in Minnesota. Why do you keep running from that? That's why we have problems.
No, I'm waiting for you to provide a proof. Like, sorry. I know this is difficult for you, and I'm sorry that it is so difficult for you right now. But you made a claim. You made a claim, okay? You made a claim where you said that Kamala Harris was in charge of the southwest border, and I have been waiting for 11 minutes now for you to provide that claim. So I am going to hold your feet to the fire. Where is the proof that Joe Biden appointed her to be the border czar or in charge of the southwest border?
Dude, 20 million immigrants entered the country, cost California $9 billion in medical.
So where is that proof? Also, where is the proof of the 20 million? Where is the proof of? So now you've made two claims, David. David, I know this is difficult for you. I mean, yeah, now he's made two claims that I want specific proof for. There's a bunch of claims that you've made, but I'm just saying I want proof for the 20 million immigrants that crossed, and then I also need proof that Joe Biden appointed Kamala Harris to be specifically in charge of the southwest border. Do you have proof of any of these things?
She's the vice president. Talk to your
What is the duty? Sorry, if you want to bring up her position, what is the duty? Hold on, David. What is the duty of the vice president of the United States per the United States Constitution?
To aid the president, your assistant to the president.
Nope, that's incorrect. That's not in the United States Constitution. So what is the duty of the president according to the United States Constitution?
1790 Naturalization Act.
Yeah, you just want people that are required. Okay, cool. This is the act. I just want you guys to know what act he's trying to bring up here. He's mentioning an act that requires you to be white in order to be a citizen of the United States of America. So that's how much of a fucking weirdo David is that he's quoting an act that is no longer in existence, right? It's no longer a law. That in order for you to be considered a citizen of the United States of America, you had to be white. So, David, why are you obsessed with just white people? That's a little weird.
Read the rest, you cow. Read the rest.
I'm sorry. What'd you call me?
You can't just be white.
So sorry. What'd you say?
You can't just be.
So sorry. What'd you say?
I'm joking with you. Are you that petty?
Oh, yeah, no, you don't get to cover up that insult as a joke, you fucking pig. Let's talk about you brain dead. Let's talk about you brain dead, dumb skull, nincompoop boys who like to call into these streams and articulate yourselves in the most pathetic fashions. This is embarrassing for you, my guy. And I imagine that you're very much insulted by Aria's intelligence. Trust me, I get intimidated too. She's a fucking computer. But maybe you should start asking more questions before making claims and then getting put in a corner. You know what, Ari? I think this should be clipped. I think this numbskull should be clipped.
Oh, he will be.
I think this would be a good clip.
Because this is what he's doing right now. And I don't even have to repeat this. I can already say this.
It sounds like you're projecting your fatness or your body insecurity on me.
Just putting that out there, David.
You're reading too much into it. Actually, it's kind of you're reading way too much into it.
You're reading way too much into it. Yeah,
It was easier for him to call you a cow than actually prove his claim.
Or the problem
I
is
proved
that
it. 9
he
billion
is
in
actually
California medical,
insulted by the
20
fact,
billion
right?
Minnesota,
So
10
it's either
billion New
that,
York. I
right?
proved
So
it.
he can't prove his claim. We know that one's an absolute fact. So it's either that he's insulted by the fact that he can't prove his claim, or he's embarrassed by the fact that he's actually attracted to me. Which, David, sorry, I'm taken, and I guarantee you're not my type.
I'm
That
not
does
trying to call
happen a
anyone
lot.
ugly. I
You know
don't
what's
think me and you
crazy
are
It's
about the
friends.
9
dripping from
billion
your
that he
voice.
brings up in the state of California? He
Yeah, what's
always
that?
talks about
Thank you.
Medi-Cal and how that's
Let's,
what was spent on undocumented migrants, but I bet you he does not know
yeah,
that that's exactly what was also paid into California's Medi-Cal,
Yeah.
because undocumented
that should
migrants
be
in the
for
region would
Americans,
pay
you
taxes,
clown. Are
and
you
those same
kidding me?
taxes are then used for the
Why do I
state.
pay
So
taxes if
how
it
can
goes
you
to
make an
someone else?
argument
It should
against
go to me,
California
my people.
spending 9.4 billion when they contributed 9.6 billion? How does that work?
Who cares? Who cares if they
Oh,
contributed? They're just getting
no,
illegal
no, 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 no,
non-Americans.
no, no,
They
no, no,
didn't
no, 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 no. I'll
contribute,
tell you why
clown.
it matters. I'll
What?
tell you why it matters, because you're sitting here
No,
complaining that they're quite
am I
literally
muted?
paying
Can
into
you
a
hear me?
system that they're
What's
pulling
going
from.
on?
You're sitting here complaining that there's some kind, trying to make them out to be some kind of drain when they're the reason why it has that funding to
They're a
begin with.
drain.
That's where your entire
California
argument fell
has
apart.
money
You
because
can't
of
sit here and talk
Silicon
about what was
Valley.
paid,
Are you
what was
retarded? Are you serious?
or went out to undocumented migrants when you don't know what they put in, and that defeats your
They
entire
didn't
point.
put in anything.
This is
Half of them
embarrassing
don't
for
pay
you.
taxes.
Continue to
Are you
embarrass
kidding
yourself,
me?
bro.
It's very embarrassing.
Most of
Also,
them do
Medi-Cal
not
no
pay
longer
taxes, dude.
covers undocumented immigrants. They cut that off a while ago because, again, the people voted for it.
Maybe.
So the
Maybe
people
Trump did.
voted
I don't know.
for it to be a policy, and then they voted to roll it back because the people of California have a much stronger voice in their politics and what laws go in place in their state than most states allow their citizen populations
States' rights.
to be
Well,
up.
don't they want free health care? They could have free health care if they weren't footing the bill for these illegal immigrants. You guys are, I don't understand what your goals are. Do we want to be a welfare
not
state
free,
for the rest
dumbass.
of the planet, or do we want to make America strong?
You keep saying it's. See, he literally keeps falling back on the same thing. He
He
thinks that they're just getting
does.
it for getting its
Yeah.
What are you
sake.
going back? It's the main. Trump got elected because the Americans were terrified of being left behind.
Trump got
You guys
elected
were
because people like
prioritizing
you can't get your
foreigners.
head out of your ass long enough to learn anything.
Well, also
And I
at
don't
the
think
same,
being
he's
I'm
also
not
did
gonna
not
stop
what
that.
didn't want to say either who he voted for because he's embarrassed that he voted for Trump.
I busted that. I literally told. I
I
called it.
voted
He's
for
a Trump
Trump in
supporter. He's clearly a
2020,
Trump
Yeah.
right? Oh,
supporter.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
He's
2020
so
and
embarrassed
2024.
that
I
he
did do
actually
Bernie.
supports
I
Donald
went
Trump that
Bernie in
he's like, I don't
2016.
want to say who I voted for in 2024 because I'm actually embarrassed by it. So that's typically how that
I'm not
goes. Y'all
embarrassed.
are
Kamala
so easy to
Kamala
tell.
couldn't even do an
So,
interview without a
so
teleprompter.
Hector, you know how
She needed a
I like
teleprompter.
saying when
I'm
people
not
say
going
that
to
they
let
voted
someone
for
who can't do
Obama
an
in either
interview be in
2008
there.
or 2016, where I always say like, or not, sorry,
Mhm.
2008 or 2012. I make a joke of saying he got 100% of the vote.
Wait, who?
Moni's and I theory is now that by 2032, it will be that no one voted for Trump.
Oh my god.
Okay,
That's our
what?
new
No.
running
Oh,
theory,
you think
right?
people
Because
would deny it,
of
you mean?
course, 10 years after Obama's left office, everyone voted for him in 2008. I think I've talked to one person that has said they didn't vote for Obama, like literally one out of almost 3 years of doing this. So it's just a guess that we're gonna have none of y'all voted for Donald Trump in 2032, and it's because it's already happening.
Dude, a lot of
So
people voted for Trump because he campaigned better. He just campaigned more than Kamala. Kamala couldn't even
Oh,
drill,
yeah.
baby, drill.
They're eating the cats
Yeah,
and
we need oil.
dogs. I have concepts of a plan. What a great campaign strategy.
Fucking concepts of plan that he's had the same concept since
wait. Are you gonna deny
2016
that
for
Trump
10
did
years,
not
still
take his
waiting on his
campaign?
health plan. That hasn't come. Yeah, no, so people like you and people that voted for
Dude, if you want
Donald
a health
Trump,
plan, why
what
are
it
we giving
is,
immigrants
what it
$9 billion?
is simply that
What are
you
you
fell
talking
for
about?
campaign slogans, clickbaity headlines, and you drank it all up
Yeah.
like with orange Kool-Aid. You had the whole slurping sound along with it and
Well, he
everything
did clean the
because
border up.
that's
That
what you
was
fell
one of the
for. Like
campaigns.
drill, baby, drill.
He
I
did
really
clean the
want to know,
border up.
why are we drilling babies?
He cleaned the border up. At least he did that. Like that's better than the other.
Why are we drilling babies?
We don't. Why are we drilling for oil?
No, the slogan is drill, baby, drill. Why are we drilling babies, bro?
He's a funny fucking guy. He says dumb shit all the time. Look,
Oh, you mean
Trump-
like there were
I bet
airports
you
in the
don't think it's
Revolutionary
funny.
War?
Trump isn't going hard enough. He didn't even do
Hey,
any
I just
deportations.
also
He
want to
didn't do
let you
anything he
know,
ran on.
so Queen, thank you so much for the 10, said W anti-Trump vibe. Appreciate that one. And also Chris, thank you, Chris, as well, said, take Minnesota out of your mouth. And what about Rick Scott's Medicaid fraud? Rick Scott, the senator from Florida?
Send him to jail. Send him to the fucking work camps. I'm against fraud. You guys are defending it. When you give $9 billion to illegal immigrants,
yeah, that's pretty.
Work
kind of out there,
camps
my
is
guy.
Diabolical. Wow. Yeah,
So
this
bad.
tracks. This all tracks.
Dude, if
It
you're
does.
the CEO or you're a guy
Which
in a
actually,
trusted
real
position,
quick,
and you steal from the
he
American
can't hear me
people,
right
you
now,
should
so it's
probably
just
be
you, Hector.
shot. That's
Guys,
what
if
we
we
used
do
to do.
8 more
Now the
dollars,
country's
we'll
soft and we're
yeet the
getting taken
guests for the
advantage
rest of the
of
day.
Somalis
That's
taking
it.
up to
We're
20
already
billion
almost
in
at the $50
Minnesota
goal.
alone.
So if we got 8
$9
more
billion
dollars in the
Medicaid
tank
for
somewhere
illegal
from
immigrants.
somebody,
Why are we paying for that?
guest
They
is
could come to
gone.
this country, but they don't deserve any
Fucking
of my
down
money.
with that.
That's
W's in
crazy.
the chat too. Feisty for the $5 Venmo for the Dome Moisture Fund. WCU Feisty. I do my best. It's a little crusty right now. I gotta clean it up. W's in the chat to you.
Yeah. So, what is the Republicans or the conservative solution for healthcare, David?
Well, if we didn't give $9 billion to illegal immigrants and $20 billion to Somalis,
You can't do that by including that. That's ridiculous.
What?
He's gonna keep repeating the same thing he can't prove.
If we're
$20 billion in
okay.
fraud.
Hey, David, you like billionaires, right? So you think that we only collect tax money from them. So, David, just for clarification purposes, do you also enjoy capitalism?
Am I off mute? Am I on mute or what?
You are not on mute at all.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, capitalism is not the end solution, but it's the way we get there. If you want communism or a utopia, you start here. We can't just, and if you want a system that helps each other, you can't become a welfare state for the whole planet and just say, everyone come here, we'll take care of you. That's not how it works.
Yeah, that's not what we're doing.
So
Chicky, thank you for the 5, says, it makes sense now why they want to stop abortions. They want to put the babies to drill at the rigs. Oof. Well, David, capitalism got you. You're yoinked. Goodbye. I wish I could say it was a pleasure, but it was not. Taffy coming in with the lore of Placenta Gate still. Placenta hide and seek boop. Thank you, Taffy, as well. And of course, I saw, where is it? My eyes went by it. I saw it. Thank you, Ozzy, for the Australian 10. Also, guys, if you haven't seen New Zealand or Australian money, it's so gorgeous. Look it up right now. I encourage you to Google that shit. Okay. Guys, W Sparky as well for the donation. I got to update the amount in a second. If you are a Republican, if you are conservative, or if you voted and still support Donald Trump, call the number on the screen. We want to have a conversation with you. Trust me, I do usually get to every single person. It's very rarely that I don't. They making me do math today. What's up, Hector?
They're not sending their best.
Do they ever?
Do they have a best?
Jenna, what country are you in? Are you in the US? I'm just talking about money that I physically have seen myself. Like, I think it's New Zealand currency is the most beautiful in my opinion. I think Australia. Oh, maybe it's Australian currency. I don't know, but I know it's whichever one is just. I don't know. I'll look it up and I'll show you guys later. So stick around to see some currency. It's gorgeous. So, my train of thought. Yeah, guys, real quick, let's just do some placenta parties in the chat. So just flood the chat with show me your placenta.
Is there a sticker?
No, because I haven't. Listen, I love Feisty's husband, but there is one in my Discord, and it just looks like for some reason he made a swarthy placenta, so it looks like it looks like it's. Feisty, put that in the mod chat for me if you can. Or if Pigeon wants to put it in the ideas, I will put it up on the screen for people in a bit. So yes, Chicky, I do.
Placenta sticker ideas, y'all.
Yeah, I've been waiting it. I just don't want it to look like a real placenta. So that's why I don't know how to make it. Because real placentas come out bloody. Placentas are like your twin in utero. So it's kind of anyways. That's a whole other conversation. This will Ben, thank you for calling in. You're on the air with Ari and Hector. How are you doing today? Ben? Ben, can you turn off the stream in the background? La-di-da-da-da. Paging all Bens. Are you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Awesome. Have you turned on the stream in the background? I don't hear it, so that's good. Oh, please turn on the stream in the background. I can still hear my voice. It makes me feel weird. Okay, anyways. So, Ben, you called in. What, just for terms of service, how old are you?
57.
57? This will go
Does he sound low for you too?
He does. He's just honestly low. This will go a lot better if you're not waiting to reply to the stream.
Yeah, you're on a phone call. That's live. The stream would have a delay. Don't listen into the stream.
Okay, I'm not messing with this. Call back, Ben. I'm not dealing with that. Okay. Brandon, you are on air with Hector and Ari. How are you doing tonight? And I'm listening to an ad. Brandon. From North Carolina.
Hey, yo, Brandon!
Hello? Okay, bye. You guys are welcome to call back, but be at your phone.
What is happening?
Oh, well, Ben did call back, so I guess we'll give it half a second. Is this the brand? Oh, I should have said that, Spark. If I would have seen that before I hit disconnect, I would have said that because that's great. Is this the Brandon everyone was talking about in 2020? But that's great. Let's go, Brandon. Ooh, thank you for the fireworks. I think that leaves 2 gifts left in the gift gallery.
Oh, W.
Y'all fucking smashing.
I did have a thank you. Thank you so much, Darius, for the 5. Drill Baby Drill is actually him asking the babies to drill. That's why we can't afford the childcare, because we need them working, I guess. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh. Florida's trying to let them go work in warehouses, so.
What is that, like as early as what, 14, I think? Or
I mean, working age is 14, so yeah. Right now they can't do it until they're 18, and now they want to bring it down to just the minimum working age, so.
Yeah.
Got a lot. State of Florida. Guys, get out and vote. Please vote for not just don't vote for Fishback. You could even vote for the lieutenant governor right now. I don't care. Just don't vote for Fishback. Okay. Ben, you are back. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
All right. What did you want to add to the conversation?
I want to know, when did you develop TDS?
Trump devotion syndrome? I haven't.
No, 2016. 2016 you developed it, right?
Huh?
2016 you developed TDS?
Can you define TDS and when it was added to the DSM-5?
Trump derangement syndrome. You know what it is.
Okay, and when was that added to the DSM-5?
2016. It's been 10 years.
Oh, so I can find it in the DSM-5? Okay. So I'm going to type
Did
this
she
into
get help from a
Google.
doctor? You need help.
Is Trump
It's getting worse and worse every year. You need help.
derangements
10 years.
syndrome
You had it.
in
11 years
the
now. You need to see a
DSM-5?
doctor. You need help.
No, Trump derangement syndrome is not in the DSM-5. Oh,
Yes, it
interesting.
is. It's a
So
real disease.
it's not. Are you not familiar
You
with
gotta
what the
seek a doctor. You gotta go to
DSM-5
the doctor. You need
is?
help.
What is the
It's gonna get worse
DSM-5?
every year. You need help.
Okay,
Go seek
Ben,
help.
what is the DSM-5?
Okay?
What is the DSM-5?
You gonna see a doctor or not? You need help.
And what is the DSM-5?
I'm talking about TDS. I don't care about the DSM-5.
Oh, so you don't know what the DSM-5 is?
I know you're an ugly
Okay.
bitch.
So,
Those
Ben,
fucking
I want to
morons.
help you out with this, okay? So, you are saying that TDS is a real mental disorder, right? In order for something
Yes.
to be a clinical, diagnosable mental disorder, it is entered into the DSM-5. And so you don't know what the DSM-5 is,
You've
right?
had it for 11 years. You need help.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So the DSM-5, let me break this down for you, is called
Okay,
the
you gonna see a doctor or not?
Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, and it's the 5th edition, which is what the 5 is. And that was released in 2013. And the reason why they haven't updated is because they haven't updated to add any or remove any diagnosable mental disorders. So TDS is not an official mental disorder.
Yes, it is. It's
so
real. It's very real.
Okay, where is it in the
You need help.
DSM-5? Where is that page?
It's very real.
What page
You
is
have
it?
it since 2016.
What page is it
You
in
had
the
it for 11 years. You
DSM-5?
got to see a doctor. To see
Okay,
a doctor, right?
what page is it in the DSM-5?
You need to see a
Alright.
doctor. You need help.
What's up,
Can
Hector?
I
Yeah.
play with him a little bit?
It's very
course.
real.
Cool. Can you give me a symptom of TDS?
You gonna see a doctor or not?
Can you give me a symptom of TDS? I don't know why it took you so long to give me a symptom of something you've been screaming about for the last 5 to 7 minutes.
Hector, you got it too? You got TDS too, Hector?
Sounds like you don't know. I'm going to ask again and give you a chance
You
to
got it since
actually
2016.
articulate
You need help.
something.
Both of you need help.
Can you tell me
You
what a
need help.
symptom of
It's getting
TDS
worse and
is?
worse. Seek help.
Can you tell me what a symptom of TDS is?
You lie every day. That's what you do. You lie.
Cool. I'm going to take that as a no. So if you did not know this,
Yeah, I do
you're
know.
a
You lie
pedophile
every day
protector.
about Trump.
And you're a pedophile
You block
protector
Trump. You
because
hate
Justin
Trump. You march
Ihorn is the
against
person
Trump.
who sponsored the
Everything
bill in
Trump
Congress,
does,
and he was come to found
24/7.
to
So you do.
solicit information.
Trump
By
can cure
information, I mean
cancer,
those
and you
dirty
march
words
against it and block
from a
it.
minor. So every single time
So
you
Trump
and the rest of
derangement
your
syndrome.
degenerate
So you
base
do, you
come up
Democrat.
and say TDS, you are quite literally supporting
You have no
pedophilia
policies.
in the form of
All you
Justin
do is
Ihorn,
hate
who
Trump,
created it.
march against Trump,
Congratulations,
block
you
Trump.
sick fuck.
That's your life.
You should be on a watch list.
That's
Your
your
hard
life.
drive should be
You need
checked.
help.
And I hope you don't go
You need
anywhere
help.
near schools.
You need help.
This is a
Trump
waste
can
of
cure
time.
cancer, and you would
Jesus
block
fucking
it.
Christ, these people.
I know you're you're just mad for whatever reason. That's okay. We'll do what you deserve more. We'll just there we go. Okay, so Ben, I just want to let you know that you can hang up at any time. Okay, Pookie Pie? That's all on you. You can hang up at any point in time. So I want to point this out to you guys real quick. Okay, this is my personal opinion. But when your first idea, instead of actually engaging with a conversation, right? Because I don't mind engaging with your sad attempts at rage baiting because it was very bad, right? Neither of us got upset at all. We did fantastic. But when you were asked a direct question, your first reply is, no, you're just an ugly bitch. That doesn't affect me. I don't care. I'm not here to please men. I'm not here to be attractive to everyone. That's not a part of my persona. But I will let you know that every single time that y'all insult my appearance, you are literally just projecting your attractiveness to me.
The projection is crazy.
That's all it is you are just projecting the fact you actually don't like that you are actually attracted to me. So this is what I'll play for you guys real quick.
Listen,
Okay.
sir, you're not beating the allegations that you're attracted to me right now with your attempt at ad hominems.
There you go. W. Eli, thank you for clipping me so I can just get some people there. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. Bob, you are on air with Ari and Hector. How are you doing today?
Ari and Hector, my God, it's been, I couldn't wait to talk to you guys. I was so excited. I'm doing great.
Awesome. And what is your age for terms of service?
I just told your phone screener. Didn't you put that up?
Sorry, I ask everyone.
57.
Great, thank you. It's just for TikTok.
Are you paying the phone screener?
Yeah, I do. That's what the daily goal is part of.
Okay.
Yeah. If anybody wants to ask, I can bring her up here and she can be like, Ari pays me.
She still asked the question again for confirmation. It usually helps sort out the children who say they may be 30-something one time, and then upon being asked again, then change their answer to 27. That's the whole point, sir.
Yeah.
You know, that's very feminist of you there, Hector. You're mansplaining. That's not very feministic of you there, Hector.
I am adding on and supporting what my friend already said.
He's adding context.
Okay. Anyway. So just to answer the question right off the bat, I think Trump is the greatest president we've had since Reagan.
Based off of what standard?
Well, let's see here. We don't have the cackling Kamala, for one thing, but of course she.
Well, that wouldn't make somebody a great president. If sorry, I do have to interrupt. I do have to interrupt you. That's not a standard that you would measure someone as being the greatest in history. So that's why I am actually. No, it's not a standard at all. So typically, what you would look like for standards to measure if somebody's the best president in history. Yeah, we would actually look at historians, right? So one, you could say like the confidence in the trajectory of the United States of America, confidence in the economy, economic metrics. You could utilize those. You could utilize confidence on the world stage. What are the other ones? Oh, influential policies and bills that were passed. Like, so again, these are things that are actually looked at by historians. So we do have units of measure that we can measure people off of to determine whether or not they are the best president throughout history. Simply because he beat a candidate doesn't make him the best. So
very triggered. I just, it's amazing.
Gotcha.
I just said that in my opinion, Trump is the greatest president we've had.
Yeah, by what standard?
Boy, you just went off the rails there. It's incredible.
By what standard?
By my own standard. I'm a voter, right? Aren't I allowed to have an opinion?
Standard?
Opinions is what this show is all about, isn't it?
You said by your own. No, you said by your own standard. What is your standard?
You get force-fed your opinions on a regular basis.
What is your no one forced you to be here. No one forced you to call in. What is your standard?
Nobody forces me to be here. I know that.
What is your standard? What is your standard?
Are you going to let me talk, or are you just going to sit there and go off?
I want you to answer the question instead of doing all this fluff. So go ahead and tell me what your standard is.
Hector boy.
Standard. Look at you. Look at that. Took no time. Apparently your standard is being a piece of shit. Just get to the fucking point, my guy. All this yap that you have. This is a poor attempt of rage baiting. I said, listen, I listened to my favorite far-right commentator talk about how calling black people boy insults them and makes them feel a certain way. So I'm going to try it on a live, and I'm going to hope that I'm going to get him to crash out. Let me tell you something. You can sit here and call me a boy, but my shit is bigger than yours, for one. And for two, I'm clearly more mature than whatever the fuck this display of immaturity is. So what I need you to do is tell me what your standard is, and the more you yap and ramble, you're confirming the fact that you don't have one.
Sorry, guys, I'm adding this to the screen.
Boy, relax.
Okay, cool. Are you gonna get to your point yet, or are you capable of doing that?
I was just trying to set your boy on straight. You need to put him on a leash or something there.
Why would I do that? He's a whole person.
I bet you would like that. I bet you would like that, wouldn't you? Yeah, you dream about it, don't you? You dream about seeing niggas and fucking leashes,
you're like
don't
one
you?
Of those cucks, aren't
that
you?
tracks.
You're one of those cucks. You see, you won't shut up long enough for me to actually answer a question.
Cool.
You
You're
won't
here.
answer a
Go in there
question.
basically and
Fuck
We've been
face.
waiting.
Bye.
We've been waiting. Are you getting there yet?
Well, your boy there has been talking, so I haven't had a chance to say anything other than rage.
If you had ever stopped whining at any point, you would have been able to answer the
I
question,
wasn't
but you
whining.
failed it immediately.
You guys are so much fun. Anyway,
Okay,
here,
cool.
let's
So
go to the
what's,
economy here. We got $18 trillion that have basically been invested into our country here because of
That's great. Where can I find proof of this $18 billion? Where are the signed agreements? Can you tell me where the signed agreements are for
Here we
these
go.
$18 billion? Oh, I'm
this is
sorry.
why
Do you
we
not like
can't talk
do
to
you
you.
not like proof? You
See,
just
you
like
people
just
are
being
garbage.
told?
Hey,
Okay. So
lady.
proof? Do you have that by chance?
I got plenty of proof.
Sure,
I mean,
where
my
can I
God,
find
how
it?
many times did he go?
I'm waiting for it. Can you
I put
help me out
$18
there?
trillion to your little Google thing there.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
put
I'm waiting for
$18
your
trillion
proof.
to
Can
your
you
little
provide
Google
that
thing.
proof for me?
How do I provide that proof to you here? I'm on the phone.
Yeah, tell me where to go and look it up.
How do I provide proof to you on a
I
literal
don't know. Just type in
supercomputer that I
$18
can put
trillion
on speakerphone and
invested
open up
into
Google
it.
or Safari?
Well,
How could I
unfortunately,
possibly
Mr. Hector
multitask?
here,
That is too hard for my brain.
Boy, I wasn't talking to you, boy. You need
Oh.
to be quiet. You need to shut your mouth there. Be a good
Hey,
little
all right,
boy.
hey, all
Shut
right.
your mouth.
So if you see on my phone
Shut
here,
your mouth,
I'm
little
currently
boy.
on TikTok. Like my account is on your panel on
Yeah,
TikTok,
you're on
and I can
TikTok.
swipe out, right? And then I can open.
Mhm.
I can open Google Chrome, and the crazy thing is,
Mhm.
I can still you can still hear me talk, and I can look up things as I'm talking. Isn't that crazy, Ari?
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. So are you capable at all of providing that that metric?
That metric, boy, you sound so intelligent.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that economic metric that you want to grade Donald Trump on.
Well, the fact is, there's nothing in this world that I can say to you that would actually make you like Donald Trump. So I'm kind of interested in actually why you guys hate Trump.
No, see
Now
you like now he's like moving away like cuz it apparent okay. So you said that Donald Trump is the greatest president since Reagan. And well shit. Okay. That was hold on.
Let's see. Okay,
You
here's
said
one.
no, hold on. Give me a second,
President
Bob.
Trump
I've
stated
been
during
quiet for
major
a second.
address
So
to the
one second,
State of
Bob.
the Union
One second, Bob.
that he bought
One second, Bob. Oh,
more than
okay.
$18 trillion in investment in the last.
Also, guys, I don't want to leave off Hector. So if you are on TikTok, can you
Right.
guys be sure to send him another?
hear
Well, he's
that?
almost at 4,000 coins already. Can we get him above 4,000 real quick? Okay, so Bob.
I know. That drives you nuts when you hear his voice.
Yeah, sure.
Bear
Cool.
with us.
So
I mean,
Bob,
your voice
just
is like
quick
listening to
question.
Cat's Cry,
Just
but that's
hold
besides
on.
the point.
Bob, I just want to rehash this for you, okay? So what you
Okay,
said, Bob,
rehash it for me.
right? You said that Donald Trump is the greatest president, in your opinion, since Ronald Reagan. So I wanted you to substantiate that. I wanted you to give a unit of measure. By what standard are you measuring it? And then you said, okay, let's go to measurements on the economy. And listen, I love talking about the economy. I love numbers. I love facts. I love reality. But numbers make me happy. So when I'm asking you these questions,
what was inflation like under Biden? What was inflation like under Biden?
Hey, Bob, just for clarification purposes, sorry,
What
have
was
you ever been to
inflation like
Italy?
under
Have you ever been to
No, I've
Italy?
never been there.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
haven't.
Have you ever seen what it looks like on a map?
What does that have to do with anything?
So you don't ever look at a map?
I have looked at maps, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
what would you
probably
say the shape
better
of
at
Italy
finding
looks
stuff on
like?
maps than you are.
Oh, sure. What would you say the shape of Italy might look like?
Your nose.
That's a very tiny Italy. It's definitely not shaped like a nose. So what would you
You
okay,
have a
maybe
schnoz
maybe we'll
bigger than
just
a
try
freaking-
this. Yeah, I have a very petite
You
nose.
have
It's
a
cute.
schnoz. You have a
See,
schnoz
you
that
guys
would
are
make it
seriously, I guess I just have to
Italian.
play this again real quick because this is
Listen,
Okay.
sir, you're not beating the allegations that you're attracted to me right now with your attempt at ad hominems.
it's so crazy that they do that. It's like I
Yes,
said this
Aria, I
before
have to
he
tell you, you
called
are the
in or before I even
sexiest
brought him up
freaking
on the
liberal
line.
I've ever-
So, Bob, maybe
I'm
this
sure
one will
you
be
don't have
easier for you,
anything to do with
Bob. Bob, what's the shape of Florida? If you turn Florida upside down, what is the shape of Florida?
I said Italy looks like.
Oh, look at him choking on his own ignorance. So sad.
It's a boot. It's a boot. W people for all of the viewers. Oh, you guys went above and beyond for Hector. You got him 4.2. You got him above that one. So W gifters for saying fuck this guy. That one was quick. I don't normally do drop pools that quickly in any way, shape, or form, but the racism isn't going to stand. I can deal with misogynists all fucking day. I don't give two shits about misogyny. It doesn't hurt me at all. But you're not going to be a racist pig. That's just it. I'm not fucking with that
Notice
shit.
how the conversation quickly went from Donald Trump is the greatest president and I can't articulate why to just tell me why you hate him.
Just tell me why, because you can't do it. If you are a Trump voter, conservative, Republican supporter, whichever way it is, call the number on the screen. We are looking to talk to you, but we'll go to read through some of these. Scott said, and I'll read yours in a second. Trump's dementia sufferer MAGAs are a bunch of fucking jokers. Yeah, they are. And MG, thank you, MG, for the 40. Clearing that off entirely. The rest of it said, this at has, sorry, what did I just say? This ass, I read that 1000% wrong. I don't know what I said. This ass
Words
hat annoys me. Eli, clip that, I guess. Anyways, Bob said, say BOY in real life and see how fast you'll be on the ground crying. I just like left off words.
It's at ham.
Like, I can read, guys. It's okay. How many teeth does a MAGA have? My guess is 3. Yeah, that MAGA probably had 3. Ryu said, das Boots. Yeah, that's, in my opinion, guys, I actually disagree with people that say that Italy looks like a boot. I think it looks like a witch's hat. Depending on how you look at it. Well, I'll pull it up.
No. You may be onto something there.
I'm strange. Like, I am sincerely a strange person, and I acknowledge this, and that's okay. But I want you guys to look at this real quick. To me, it looks like... Okay. Hold on, let's see if I can get it. You guys see the tiny little red outline? To me, it looks like a witch's hat. Just turn it upside down.
Okay.
A witch's boot? That's not bad, chick. I'll mind that one. It looks like... I
see it.
And I get, like, they say it's a boot because of this weird thing, but it's not... I don't know. The bottom of it, I don't know. Also, did they figure out where... Did any MAGAs ever figure out where... Where the Moroccans invaded Spain at?
Oh.
Sorry, I thought that might...
difficult questions.
I thought that might tickle their brains, spidey senses for a second. What was the thing that I said? Oh, I was going to show them Monopoly money. Australian currency. If you guys make me go to the news, it's cool. I don't mind.
Can we get one Trump supporter?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
To articulate their support for him without mentioning the Democrats, without mentioning Kamala Harris, and with actually being able to provide some form of reference that we can start with to articulate like their position. Can we get that? Is that too much to ask for? Like, if I say that I think Kamala Harris was superior when it came to her economic policy based off the fact that she didn't run off of inflationary things like tariffs and war, then I can articulate that very easily. Super easy. And I don't know why it's so hard for them to say, I voted for Donald Trump because I think he's the best when it comes to protecting children. Oh, I do know why. It's because he's a pedophile. Whoopsie.
That's all I got. Yeah, Hector said we're in competition for getting the dumbest Trump supporters, and I am taking the cake tonight. So, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I get some of the interesting one. Do you guys remember? Okay, so sneak peek. We'll go ahead and put this out there. Do you guys remember what social that you probably remember this, Hector? So there was a live that I did with Moni, and there was this guy that we were speaking to that had a very unique definition for socialism. You were definitely there for that. Does Moni remember what that was? I'm just curious because that is coming up. That video is coming up. I think it'll drop on Thursday on the
I was there?
tubes. Yeah, you were in the chat because you were dying.
I'm vaguely remembering this.
That or I went into your chat with that raid. That's what it was. I went into your chat with that raid. Moni, are you there? Oh, also, the Mighty Pen, thank you for resubscribing. Lignoba, thank you for resubscribing on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. All right. Socialism is socializing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I think I have a criticism of any like Democratic or left-leaning platform whenever they panel or platform these Republicans and GOP sycophants. I really wish when they bring up socialism, communism, that the next question that they ask is, what is it?
Oh,
I
for
just wish that
sure.
we would just do that, right? The way they weaponize what is a woman, that's how we need to do it with socialism and communism.
Alan, you're free to do so. Oh, okay, I see it. You're on top of it then, Alan. Thank you.
Alan, you're
This
funny.
is for a weak ban of a person in the chat. Yeah. Anarchism is being a spider. That's kind of funny. TDS means Trump dementia sufferer. Dementia sufferer. That's pretty funny too. Yeah, I saw Lenati. Guys, while we are sitting here, I know it's not as fun, but we have $58 left in the goal. Let's go ahead and clear that out. That is directly for direct donations through Cash App, Venmo, or Buy Me a Coffee for international people or anyone that does not want to download an app. Hector stepping away for a moment. But guys, you want to see Australian money? Isn't it pretty? And then I'm going to show New Zealand money next. And reminder, the phone number is 915-974-3274. Boom, boom. So these little spots, those gray areas on the currency, those are see-through. Those are see-through. Or they're clear. Transparent? Transparent. That's what it is. Transparent. Okay? British money is just the euros. And they don't feel like paper. Yeah, it's plasticky. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's not paper. It's more like plastic. And New Zealand currency is very similar. Sorry, this is a little bit harder to see. I couldn't make it bigger here. But this is New Zealand currency. Also, where that transparent spot is it's clear. It's transparent. Sorry, that gray white spot it's transparent. I'm sure it would. Oh, sorry. I thought I read European. Nope, you guys are right. British are pounds. So sorry, guys. I don't know what pounds look like. To be clear. My bad, guys. Oh yeah, their currency is beautiful. It's beautiful. Now I'm going to see what the British pounds look like.
Guys, we are almost at 300,000 likes. If I can get you guys to use your fingers to do some super tapping action, when you double tap the screen, you see that heart bar get full. That's how you know you're tapping your ass off. If you can all do that for a solid 15 to 30 to 60 seconds each, 413 of you in here. Oh my God. Excuse me, I apologize.
Very cool.
On the TikTok side, if you guys all can do that, we can easily get up to 300,000 likes and more. Continue to share out the live and knock out the little goals here. We have these. These are new. What the hell are these? Pillows?
Yeah, it's a pillow fight.
Oh shit, I want to see some pillow fights. We have 6 more of the pillow fights to knock out, so please make sure you're taking care of that as well. Of course, there's 2 more gifts in the gift gallery. You guys are killing it actually on a Monday. This thing is almost clear. So y'all, you'll do the shits. And then of course, links in the bio are the best ways to support Ari. She has a couple more things down in the goal for her, not only for her lovely cat, but also to pay the person who is thankfully screening these calls to the best of their ability from the absolute morons. So
we
do
don't
all the
have
good things. Make sure you support her.
children that slur. Because they love to do that. Okay, so we've now looked at 4 different kinds of currency. That's it. No more requests. Here is Canadian as well. So we've looked at Australian money.
These pillows are cute as shit.
They are. It's so cool. New Zealand money. And then I had the British pound and then the Canadian dollar. So very pretty currency. I agree, guys. I love it so much. Ah! There's a
safety.
No, yeah, actually, I think she said that because she just found out that there was a Trump supporter or someone in the call queue. Hold on.
Oh, God damn it.
Really, she hears a dog outside. I swear. Okay, I'll be honest, guys. The dog, my neighbor's dog, it goes outside and it sounds like it's a woman being murdered. It's insane.
Oh,
it sounds so bad. Corey, thank you for the plot for the 666. Hell Satan in the chat, guys. Hell Satan. And then we have Jason.
Hi. For the pillows.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'll put that. Hi, Jason. How are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm here.
We can.
Okay, cool.
All right, and how old are you for terms of service?
25.
25. And are you supporting Donald Trump, or were you supporting Donald Trump?
Yes. I mean, I did support him in this last election, yeah. Although I don't like what he's doing now, and I don't like him now, but I did like him more than Kamala. I just didn't. Kamala was a tough choice for me.
You guys can't help yourselves, can you?
Whatever.
Never fails.
What don't you like about Donald Trump now?
Well, pretty much almost everything he ran on, he didn't do or fucked up or made worse, in my opinion. He didn't he did a little bit at the border, I guess. Like, there was a lot coming through, and that seems to slow down, or I don't see any news on it. But he ran on all these things like no new wars. Here we are with Iran. He ran on like, I don't need corporation monies. I'm already rich. I don't need to sell out to the corporations, and I feel like he done that. And some other things I laid out some for you.
You said pretty much everything he ran off of. He walked back, but you still have all this.
Oh, he also ran
Kamala
on
Harris.
Oh, well, Kamala didn't. I mean, why she couldn't do any interviews without a teleprompter. She never spoke from the gut, and she never made her position clear for me on how to get America in a stronger position. It seemed like she was towing the same Democrat line, the Democrat policies, and the Democrat policies don't seem very much American first. And Republicans had a more American leaning, but fast forward, I think everyone is hopefully
What's
starting
America
to wake
first
up
about
that
the
both
$40
parties
billion that we've given to Argentina? Well, $20 billion directly.
Well, I don't
What's
know
America
a whole lot
first
about that
about the
subject.
bill
I
that
know.
was passed to merge our military with Israel's? What's America
Well,
first
thank God
about
that got voted
slashing
down.
American programs and then wasting $30 billion
Well, that's
in the
the
war
thing.
in
Both
Iran
parties
and
are
allocating another
not
$80
showing
billion
very
to
much.
the region? Well, you just had a lot of energy for Kamala Harris not being America first, and I'm just curious as to what Trump policies you feel like are America first.
Well,
and if those policies,
okay.
by your words, aren't America first, and Kamala Harris did not support those policies, then clearly she would be prioritizing American interests more.
I'll give you an example of one for Kamala and one for Trump. So, like during the campaign trails, Kamala seemed perfectly acceptable with the oncoming immigration and the sanctuary cities. Like, so she wasn't against that ideology of not checking status or deporting people,
What
really. And I
sanctuary
thought that was
cities? Well, sorry,
not
hold on.
American first.
How long have you been watching the
Sorry.
live?
I just got on when you guys started talking. I actually called because I wanted to talk about communism and socialism and capitalism.
Yeah.
But then you guys hit me with the Trump thing.
I mean, because the goal is to talk to conservatives, Republicans, or MAGA. So,
well, I did vote for Trump, and I would consider myself conservative. Or I mean, I don't know, because like the words, the definitions seem to have changed a lot over the years. Because I was I feel that I'm incredibly liberal, but like I guess I would fall into the conservative line of things, maybe. But I'm incredibly liberal. Like I'm kind of like let everybody do whatever they want to do, as long as it doesn't like take advantage or defraud people or hurt people.
Yeah.
So I'm like for immigration, for example, you can have all the immigration you want. I just don't know how correct it is to give you my tax dollars when Americans are hurting. Like I can't afford health care. Everyone's struggling. We can't afford a house. Why are we prioritizing other people?
You guys are walking, talking contradictions, bro.
All the time. So what are the two things that make up a sanctuary city policy?
Like not checking status or and not deporting. So you wouldn't help ICE out if you detained somebody, and you wouldn't. That's on the Wikipedia. If that's just what I got from Wikipedia.
If you wrote a paper to a college professor or while you were in high school and you turned it in and you cited Wikipedia on the bottom of your page, would your
is that not a policy of sanctuary cities not checking status? So like if you get involved in any government official, they don't have the right to check your status or deport you.
Do you want to know why that is the case? Where state, local officials can't check status. So there's this cool thing. You've heard of the Supreme Court. Hold on, no, it's actually not. You've heard of the Supreme Court before, have you not?
Yeah, I don't like them very much, but yeah.
Oh, okay, but you've heard of them and you know what their job is?
Yeah, they make laws. They decide major
They don't
things that
make
need
laws.
to be decided. Like
that's not what the Supreme Court does.
When people are like on the fence, right? Like when you want to sue the government or somehow like raise, like for example, like if someone's like I shouldn't be deported for reporting a crime, that's something that the Supreme Court would discuss, I suppose.
So this job of the Supreme Court is to decide whether laws, policies, something that occurred in reality were for or against the Constitution. So they determine constitutionality. It's the way we interpret law. Thank you, Moni. So there was this cool law. It's not cool, actually.
They don't do a very good job of it. I'll say that. Sorry.
There was this law that was passed in Arizona in 2010, I believe. It was called "Show Me Your Papers." That was how it was known colloquially. Yeah, that's how it was known colloquially. It was called the "Show Me Your Papers" law.
Yeah,
you all can look this up. It's really easy to find it. Like, yeah, it's what it was called. So that specifically, no, Lenati. That specifically was telling state, local officials to look into the immigration status of individuals, right? When they pulled them over or whatever. And they were allowed to racially profile. They could literally pull you over for simply driving and being brown just to check your papers. So it was sued and it was brought in front of the United States Supreme Court. It was Arizona v. United States decision 2012, where they determined that it is not point blank, not the state's job or responsibility to determine immigration status. That is the sole responsibility of the United States federal government. So when you are complaining about something, to be clear, that's not a sanctuary city policy. That is a federal government policy that it is solely up to the discretion and up to the job of the federal government for federal agencies to determine immigration status or legal status to be present in the United States of America. So that's not a sanctuary city policy.
Okay, yeah, but it kind of. What about when Trump sent ICE to wherever and people protested and fought back against it?
You're
Like,
legally
do we listen
allowed
to the
to
government or not?
protest. Are you not familiar with the
Yeah, of course.
First Amendment?
Yeah, but then people voted for Trump
Freedom of
and he became
assembly?
president. Yeah, and people
Oh,
assembled at the
so
voting lines and voted for a guy that would be. Well, are we overriding the president? Which is fine, but
no, you talked
is that what
about
we're doing?
peacefully protesting, which is literally a guaranteed right under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you're allowed to. We have cool laws here because we're a high trust society. I mean, we're going down into a low trust society, but right now we're still high trust. But you're allowed to peacefully protest, but there are rules. Like you have to stand back. Like
No,
some
you
of these
don't.
people, like I know somebody got. Oh
There
yeah,
is no
there's
law
definitely
or
laws. Yeah.
requirement that requires them to stand back or away from. There's actually a law sorry, not a law. There's case law that
Yeah, but the government
allows
doesn't listen to laws.
protesters to yell, scream, as long as they don't hit an officer. They can get up in their face as long as they don't hit them or spit on them. They can say whatever the
Yeah,
fuck
you're
they
right.
want.
But
They can
the
take a
officers,
bullhorn and be
well,
right in front of their face
no, they
and
can't do
scream
whatever
at
they
them.
want. They can't do
They
whatever
literally,
they
as
want.
long as they're not assaulting them, they can. It's called City of
Okay, but as soon
Houston
as they do
v.
that,
So hold on,
all of a
hold
sudden
on.
it's not a rule.
Jason, it is actually. It's Supreme Court precedent. Like I know precedent. I know you don't like the Supreme Court decisions, but we have to abide by them. It's called the City of Houston versus Hill.
Why don't we
1987
abide by the
Supreme Court
president's decision as
decision
well?
that said that guess what? They can be as unruly as they want as long as they are not violent, they are not spitting, they are not swinging, as long as they're not touching people,
Yeah,
they're
well,
not touching the cops, they
exactly.
can
But remember that
be as
woman
rowdy
got
as they
shot by
want.
the ICE?
So I'm so confused why you don't like the First Amendment of the United States. You don't like freedom of religion, you don't like freedom of
No,
speech, you don't like
I
freedom of
love it. It works in a
protest,
high
you
trust
don't like
society.
freedom of the press.
It,
Why is that? That's so weird. Why don't you like your freedoms that are
it,
granted to you by the Constitution?
I'm very liberal. I believe in freedom, but
It
it
doesn't
only
sound
works in a
like
high
it.
trust society.
You're against the
Well,
right to protest. You're against the right. You're
I've never
against
said
states'
that. You're
rights.
actually labeling me wrong. You're actually being very rude. I
I
never
didn't
said that. I
say
never said
you
I
were
don't like
offended. I
protest.
said you were against it. You've already made it clear that you don't think that
Right,
people
I'm
should
not.
be allowed
I'm
to
not against
peacefully
it.
protest.
You're allowed to peacefully protest. I love that. But remember the girl that got shot by the ICE officer because the car, they touched the car or whatever the hell. Remember what I'm talking about?
Oh, you mean Officer Ross, who was in direct violation of the Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security's own policy 16.200 that explicitly states that officers should not place themselves or walk in front of a car that is on and running. Specifically, you're not supposed to place yourself in front of the moving vehicle. Also within the use of deadly
It wasn't
force part,
moving.
which is also
I did see the video.
it was moving. Congratulations, but you're also not supposed to do it just because the car is
No, I saw it.
on.
You can look
I
up
know
the
you're not
video, folks,
listening,
if you want to see it.
Jason or David or whatever your
sorry,
name was from the first time that you called in. I'm certain that you called in before. Anyway, so
Okay.
if anybody was like not paying attention, it's also a part of the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of Justice own manual that the use of deadly force is not allowed if a vehicle is driving. You are not allowed to shoot the driver of a moving vehicle unless it somehow outweighs
Yeah,
the
and I'm
potential destruction of the danger that is brought on to bystanders by the vehicle going out of
it
control.
was reviewed
He
in a
also
liberal
directly
court, and
he
they
also
found him.
he also he
This was
also
already reviewed,
directly
though. I
violated.
don't know why you're yelling at me.
I'm not yelling. I got closer to my microphone. I'm sorry, you don't understand, or you don't even understand how to speak from
Stop
your
saying I don't understand
diaphragm.
things. I'm trying to
Have
understand
you?
you.
Where's your diaphragm?
Where is my diaphragm?
Yeah. Do you know what that
Is
is?
that my lungs? Is that like my chest? I'm just a blob. I look like Jabba the Hutt. Like, you know what I mean?
Why do people not know things? I really do wonder that sometimes. So there was this cool
Well, stop
case
trying to
that
insult me.
also goes over the use of deadly force, specifically, it would be called officer-induced jeopardy. So it's called Berceau v. Haugen,
Okay.
right? And so this was also a Supreme Court decision, and it was in 2004. And funny enough, this also is a very similar circumstance where it was a cop placing themselves in front of a moving vehicle. So I love this
Cops make
for you.
mistakes. It's called chaos. It's
Shushies.
chaos.
Thank you. I know you're not listening. So, Brousseau does not
I am. I'm trying
authorize
to.
officers to create danger by positioning themselves in front of a vehicle. The court emphasized that outcomes turn on trajectory, immediacy, and whether the danger was imposed by the suspect, not manufactured
That
by
officer was not
officer
found guilty of
placement.
what you're saying.
Shut.
The case was reviewed. You're rambling about
It
nothing.
was not
The
reviewed
case
by
was
anybody that
reviewed.
mattered. You shushies for a moment,
was reviewed
please.
by
Have
very
some
liberal
decorum. I'm
judges.
literally in the middle of explaining this to you, okay? Also,
You're
that
ranting.
doesn't
You're
even
ranting,
matter
you're not
because the
explaining
Department of
anything.
Justice literally said recently that they're not going to further investigate any issues that come up with this, with fucking how ICE is operating in our streets. So back up
ICE
off
is
me with that
hardly
bullshit.
operating.
Anyways,
How many
so I'm
people
going to
have
restate
supported?
Brousseau v. Haugen for anybody that is actually wanting to learn here. 2004 Supreme Court ruling. Brousseau does not authorize officers to create danger by positioning themselves in front of a vehicle. The court emphasized that outcomes turn on trajectory, immediacy, and whether the danger was imposed by the suspect, not manufactured by officer placement. The court explicitly acknowledged cases where stepping into a vehicle's path undermines justification. Oh, wait, there's more.
Okay.
Scott v. Harris,
You don't
2007
need to.
Supreme Court ruling.
We're getting
Scott
derailed.
justifies
We're
force
getting
where the
severely
suspect's
derailed.
conduct
We're
creates
getting
ongoing, unavoidable threat to the public. Can anybody point, Hector, do you know where there was an ongoing, unavoidable threat to the public in the case of Officer Ross and Renee Nicole Good?
Hector, are you there?
Oh, why did I just time out?
Hold on, what happened?
That was me. Like my internet decided to bleep for a second. So, if you didn't hear my question, do you know of any actions by Renee Colgood that created an ongoing, unavoidable threat to the public?
No, not at all. Not in the slightest. All the allegations made were unsubstantiated by even Jonathan Ross's phone camera footage, including the fact that she tried to run him over because his camera showed that she turned the steering wheel in the complete opposite direction.
Oh, right. And it's to the public though, not to the officer. Interesting. So that doesn't qualify either with the supposed threats of that. So then we also have part of it says it does not support deadly force based on officer proximity or positioning during a contained or, wait for it, low speed encounter. Oh. Interesting. Scott turns on public danger and inevitability, not officer created risk. The officer was in the wrong. Wait. Hold on. I'm not done yet. There's even more.
I know. We got 30 more minutes of ranting, probably.
No, Linati. We have Milanix versus Luna 2015, and I'm probably saying that last name wrong. Forgive me, guys. I am not the best with all the names. But we have it's a qualified immunity case, not a Fourth Amendment endorsement. The court again stressed specific context, immediacy, and trajectory. It recognizes that shots fired at a receding or laterally moving vehicle are analyzed differently than shots fired at a vehicle advancing towards the officer.
Is there any more?
Oh, I need to go more? Okay, so we have Ellison v. Lesher, 2015, 8th Circuit Court. The 8th Circuit Court makes clear that officer conduct leading up to the use of force matters. Courts do not isolate the trigger pull if officers escalate or create the danger. Deadly force becomes far harder to justify. This supports the principle that avoidable positioning undercuts claims of necessity.
Is this about cops?
I'm so sorry. We were talking about peacefully protests and then protesting peacefully.
Well, first we were talking
and then
about
you utilize that to bring up Renee Nicole Good and your justification of someone shooting an unarmed woman and murdering her. So
it is a shame. It's a horror. It's a tragedy. It's awful that someone died. We got kind of derailed. I was originally talking about how
I
Trump's
wonder
campaign was
who derailed us. Do you
helpful
remember
to
who
him getting
derailed us,
elected.
Hector?
Sure do.
Probably the girl.
Interesting.
Not us.
Yeah,
I wasn't even
thank you for
talking.
the
Like
10.
this girl just went off for a long time.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, look,
Are you not capable of paying attention for 3 minutes? I feel sorry for whoever you're partnered with.
I'm well, I originally got on to talk about capitalism, socialism, and communism, and then we asked about Trump.
What is socialism?
And I was just saying he sent the Republicans. Socialism is using excess funds from capitalism for social programs.
Bruh. Ari, you have got to start.
What is it? What's socialism?
Like a segment or a series, right? Where?
Wait, educate me then.
You just ask them what it is.
Socialism is social programs. They
all
take the
their different
excess
answers.
disposable
I think
money.
that would be a great thing for you to do.
I should, because there's a lot.
Am I wrong? Or you just can't reply?
Are you wrong that socialism is utilizing money gained from capitalists in order to pay for social programs? Yeah, that it didn't make sense.
Really? Where do you get the money from?
I'm curious about something.
Communism
what kind of theory
is socialism, unless you're thinking
what kind
of
of
two
theory?
things.
What kind of theory is socialism?
I'm not sure. Is there like a Pacific? Is it like, you know what I mean? What is the theory? What is there
You're
a
good
label?
to go, Lynette.
Well, look, socialism is different.
What
from
is capitalism?
And communism, socialism.
What is capitalism?
It's the belief in private property and the free market.
Okay, so we're gonna write this down. Capitalism.
Belief in private property and the belief in the free market. And then America decided to do things like monopoly laws. So if you have critiques, you can make sure capitalism does not exploit the worker, like minimum wage, monopoly laws, other things of that nature. And we need more of that.
Interesting. Okay. And then what is your definition of socialism again?
Well, socialism is just taking the excess money from capitalism, because there is no socialism in a communist country. It's just communism. You know what I mean? Like communism is abolishing private property, and communism is wealth redistribution.
It's still wrong, but okay. So socialism is, we've gotten so far, take money from capitalism.
Yes, the excess, the taxes we pay, that's from our capitalist ventures. That goes to social programs like whatever. Medicare.
Okay. So socialism is just social programs, I guess. So we'll just put social programs.
Yeah, funded by taxes.
Yeah, I got that part. Cool. So social program. Say that. Social programs funded by taxes.
Right, like Norway or Sweden, they have very high taxes, or Germany, super high taxes, and it funds their healthcare.
And what's capitalism? Or sorry, communism?
Communism is the abolishment of private property and wealth redistribution. So the government takes all the resources and decides how to distribute it the way they see fit. So yeah. And in an ideal, on paper, it works perfectly. We all get the same shit, but they leave out the human
redistribution by the government, guys. By the government.
Wait. Oh, anyone who takes the power. But no, you haven't forgotten. You have to add abolishment of private property.
Yeah, I'm getting there. But so we're just doing by the government. Okay. And then abolish private property.
Yeah, you won't own anything. You could still have things like in China, they have like 100-year leases on, like you don't technically own it, but you have it for 100 years and your family can just keep going. But, I mean, there's a lot of different ways people do shit, but ultimately it kind of results in, sorry, yeah, go ahead.
No, you're good. Keep going. It doesn't. So we have this all written down. We're just going to go over this. So capitalism is private property in the free market, right? It's supporting that, okay?
In the free market, yeah.
Socialism is take money from capitalism, and it's specifically social programs funded by taxes. Yeah. And then communism is the forced wealth redistribution by the government, along with the abolition of private property. Do we have your statements correct?
Yep. Yeah.
Cool. So here's what I was actually asking you, right? So capitalism is an economic construct. It's an economic policy, right? Or it's an economic ideology.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course it's an economic.
Cool.
Yeah, of course.
Socialism
kind of are, aren't they? It's
socialism. This one kind of speaks for itself. So if I told you that capitalism is an economic policy, what do you think socialism would be considered?
They're all economic policies, right? I mean, it's all regarding the money.
Socialism is more than an economic policy.
Oh, okay. What is it?
It's a socio-economic policy. That's why I said it kind of speaks for itself, because socialism, socio-economic policy. Yeah.
Yep.
And then communism is a socio-economic theory.
The Workers' Rebellion, the Workers United. Karl Marx. It's a pipe dream, kind of, because humans are just too naturally greedy at the moment.
Sure, we want to blame it on humanity every time. That's cool. So I'm just.
What?
Did you not just blame it on humanity?
Who else is to blame? Yeah, mankind at large is why we suffer. I mean, if everyone could behave and be a good boy, we would have a great time. But not everyone's behaving. Like, you guys hate Trump, so you would say he's a bad boy not behaving. This is one of the factors that fucks everything up, is like guys like Trump is not behaving. Wouldn't you say?
Oh,
he's a part of mankind. He's a part of you.
So you're incorrect on socialism. You are incorrect on communism. You're semi-correct on capitalism, where it does promote private property and supposedly a free market, on the idea that you have the capital in order to buy into these areas.
You are leaving out the American thing, though, where they make policies like monopoly laws and minimum wage laws and workers' rights, like unions. So you have all these economic, what did you call it? Economic theories. But you still have to tweak it. It's not just a flat thing. It's not a black and white issue. It's very nuanced and complicated, and all of these systems require critique.
Guys, we still have $41 left in the daily goal. If we can knock that out, that would be great for the emotional labor. All right. And so, gosh.
It's a big topic, yeah.
So, no, socialism is where the workers, like the ideal form of socialism is where the workers own the means of production. It wouldn't actually have anything to do.
Too, that's the same thing.
It's not.
Yeah,
communism is not the.
That's the resources. That's the bread. That's the rocks. That's the heat. That's the electricity. Yeah, so you'd share those things, and who would decide where it goes? So there would be a government that you elect, or whatever, however you decide it. A group would decide where that wealth goes.
No, that's state socialism that you're talking about. We're just talking about socialism by itself. You're bringing up state socialism.
Just the workers all agree. But
the way that you just described it is state socialism.
Yeah, and the way you're describing it is that there is no government. It's just the workers all agree.
I didn't say that at all.
Oh, okay. I thought you did.
No, I didn't say that.
I thought it was the workers. Oh, okay.
The workers own the means of production. They would, in theory, be protected by a working government, because self-policing doesn't necessarily work out well. And who's going to police companies to make sure that they're not taking advantage of employees?
Ideally, it used to be the federal government, but now they're not doing that. So
we're talking about in socialism. So it's not even necessarily like about social funded programs through taxes, right? It has nothing to do with that. Capitalism technically wouldn't be required. Capitalism technically wouldn't be required in a socialist society. That could actually be abolished,
that's full
right?
Communism, then.
Yeah,
so that means you own. That means you don't have private property, right? So that's full communism.
I don't. What do you think private property is? What is your definition of private property? What would you? An example of private property.
Well, property is only defined by if you can defend it. And right now in America, we have
see,
laws
I
set up
changed
so that
it.
I can
I did
defend my
change it
car.
before you answered it. So what is your
Oh, okay.
example of private property?
I believe in that. If you cannot defend it, it's essentially not. It's very sad and brutal. But if you can't defend your stuff, it's not yours. Someone will come.
What
and
is
take
an example of private
right now,
property?
like my car is protected by the police. If
No
someone
one's
steals
taking
it, I
your
can
car.
get the police.
No one's taking your car in
Right.
communism.
Oh, okay. There's no more
That would be
criminals in
considered
communist
personal
country?
property?
But that's mine. It's private. You can't go in it. You can't mess with
No,
it.
that
It's
would be
mine.
considered.
If
So what
I
you're confused with is you're confusing your personal property with private property. So that's why I asked you
Right.
to go ahead
But no,
and
that is
present
private property.
it's not, it's personal property. It is
Okay, but how
your
about my
property.
house?
Yep.
How about my
Again, no
house?
one's taking your
My
house
house is
away
my
from you.
yard.
Nope, no one's taking your house away from you. That is considered personal
Wait,
property.
I'm sorry.
Well, technically, everyone is
confused.
guaranteed a house in a communistic society for each of their own. So that would be yours.
And
Yeah.
who decides that? And how much land do I get? And how much house do I get? And how much?
Oh, I'm
like,
not
do I get
debating the
unlimited?
merits of this. I'm just correcting your inherent misunderstanding on a subject that you wanted to debate or say that we were
Oh,
wrong
I got
on.
it right.
And I'm
You just
explaining to
described
you
it.
how you're wrong. I am not a proponent
No, I
for
got it right.
communism. You didn't have it right at all. Which part of what I was just talking about? Wealth redistribution.
You said the workers.
We haven't brought
you
up
said
that the
workers maintain.
abolishment of private property. You haven't even given me a proper example of private property. A car
house
and
and
a
my car is
house,
private
those
property.
are
That's literally-
personal.
I don't know how
Those
you're
are
denying that.
personal items. Those are not private properties.
Okay. Well, no one else is allowed access to them other than me, so that makes
It's
it
your
pretty private.
personal property. It's not private property. I just don't think you understand that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
do you own?
And so then the other part of this is
socialist
like, so
world?
the simplest definition of communism that I give to
Yeah, very
people,
good
because
debater.
a lot of people, you would not understand. And I'm just going to put that out there. You would not understand any part of me going into a
I'm gonna be
deep
real. It sounds like
explanation.
you are really missing the essence of our conversation, actually, and you're being more rude than anything. You're not having a genuine debate. I
Sir, in
actually
order for
described
us
it
to
perfectly
debate, we
because
would
you
have to
said-
agree on basic facts. And right now, you're not even able to agree on the basics of facts
No, you-
in
you
regards
just
to
don't
these
want
three
to
economic
agree.
constructs.
You refuse.
So
I
let's
just
just
explained them
go
perfectly
through
and
this
you
again.
refuse to
So
agree.
communism, the simplest definition of communism is going to be a
Dumbass.
stateless, classless,
Shut up,
moneyless
please.
society.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. What was that?
Oh, I figured you weren't listening.
I'm
So
getting-
communism would
No, I was getting
require
phone
a
calls.
stateless, classless, moneyless society.
Okay. Yeah, abolishment of private wealth redistribution. Everything would be taken care of by.
Nope,
you would
there
all
is no
share it
wealth.
somehow.
I'm so sorry. There is no wealth. I don't think you understand this.
That's
In order
impossible.
for a wealth redistribution, that would require money. It's moneyless. There is no money
No.
within there.
So is land considered wealth? Is material items considered wealth? What
Again,
about
you're
purchasing
talking
power? Is
about
that considered
personal
wealth?
property. You're still not understanding the difference between personal and private property.
Okay.
Why is this so difficult?
I don't know.
At the end of the day,
Oh God.
you're arguing.
At the end of the day, all I know
Like,
it's just common sense.
No, look, you're saying socialism is the workers maintain.
Sorry, I just do my
the
Alex
means of
Jones
production.
impersonation.
That was very good. But you said in socialism the workers maintain the means of production.
Yep.
What are the means of production?
The businesses. So basically, the workers would. So here, maybe
No
I need
shit. What do
to
they
start
produce?
this down at the bare bones here,
What
right?
do they produce?
So there are things.
No, you're actually
there are
going too far. Just give me
things.
the
There
end
are
result. What do they
things.
produce?
Okay.
Goods.
What do they produce?
Yeah,
What do the
they
workers
goods
produce?
for the
means of
common people.
production. What are
We'll
the
just put
means
it
of
that way, right?
production?
So if we look at a corporation, right, there is this thing that used to be more standard
Oh,
in
shit.
corporations.
Are
It
you
was called
serious?
profit sharing, right? So if a
Oh
company
shit!
made a certain amount of money each year,
Stop, stop.
they would
You're
actually
going.
redistribute
You're
that out
rambling.
to their employees
What's it
as
called?
profit sharing.
Spurging?
So we
You're
made X
spurging.
amount of money, and here we can delegate that out to you. It's not, it wasn't, typically was separate from pensions or from IRA, their retirement plan, or any other bonuses that are predetermined, right? Or have their own schedule. It was something separate. It
You
was
guys are
called
on mute. I don't know
profit
what's
sharing.
going on.
Sometimes it also involves, at the time, becoming a stakeholder in part of the company. And that's how that worked, right? So when we're talking about the workers own the means of production within socialism, it would probably look like a larger version of profit sharing within the company, even if they don't outright own all of the distribution services or the monetary value of the company itself from the baseline. It would be more of a profit sharing. That's the
All right,
easiest explanation for those that have ever been involved in a profit sharing company.
Okay. So in the profit sharing company, does the janitor? Genuine question. Does the janitor make as much as the CEO?
There wouldn't be a CEO.
Okay, but there's a guy sweeping the floor, and then there's a guy like making plans. Does someone get paid any less or more? Does everyone make an equal amount?
Depends on which version of socialism that you look at. If you look at what Marx proposed in his as just a baseline ideology, no, it would be based upon the amount of work that you put into the growth of that said company.
Oh, it depends on the growth of the company. So like, what about like a miner or like people that do hard jobs? Are the hard jobs, because those are difficult labor, do they get paid more money than I don't know, a McDonald's worker, let's say?
It would be different for each company.
Sounds a lot like capitalism right now.
No.
It sounds like your wage gets determined by the market value of it, like how much you're contributing to society. So if you're a heart surgeon, you're contributing in a way that's very rare and unique, so you
That's
get paid
not what
more.
capitalism
Supply and
is.
demand.
Capitalism is protecting your bottom dollar in corporations. Capitalism would be
Capitalism is
paying
the belief in
people.
private property and the free market. Nothing more. There's nothing more than
No,
the free market.
that's not how it's actualized, though. Right? So, like, you're asking
That's
questions
not how
about how this
communism's
would be
actualized
actualized
either,
when we don't know
or
because it's a
socialism.
socioeconomic construct that hasn't been fully actualized in society in a way that we can see and
Well, many
measure.
people tried it.
But another way of baseline
Um,
stating what socialism is by saying from each according to their ability to each according to their need. Right? So what I'm talking about is the
What if I need more than
exploitation
you?
that capitalism engages in.
Well, that's why we have monopoly laws and minimum wage and unions, and that's what we need more of, is laws that
Right.
protect the
And
worker or protect the American
where
people
in the
or
United
incentives.
States can a family of one person, a singular individual, survive off of $7.25 an hour? I'll wait.
No one can. Hell, people can't
Oh,
survive
no
off
one can.
$22 an hour.
Where in the United
We need
States
the
of
economy.
America can somebody, a single
What?
person,
Is
survive
this
off
my
of
fault?
$14 an hour?
I think the number you need to be at 25 to survive on your own, and even then you're pretty low on the tier.
Okay, and what states can you survive in at $25 an hour?
Not California. Some like Kentucky, Tennessee, maybe Ohio. You can probably some of these Pennsylvania in the woods. If you
Oh,
can
not
find a $25
Pennsylvania.
an hour job in that.
Yeah. So
Any
what
of the
we're
rednecky
talking
kind of
about
areas, the
in
rural
what
areas.
our opinion is, especially those of us on the left, is that if someone is not paying, if there's a job that is not paying a livable wage, then that is exploitation of the labor force. So when you're
Ooh, that's
talking
too
about we
tricky.
have these protections in place of a minimum wage that has not seen an increase in 27 years. No, we don't have a protection in place.
Yeah,
You're
you're right, but you're kind of going about it
literally
in the wrong
just
way.
raging and celebrating exploitation of
I'm not
labor.
raging. I'm being so nice. I've stated 100 times I don't want anyone exploited. I want more laws that protect people. And when it comes to, you say minimum wage can't support anybody, you're right. That's because our purchasing power has diminished significantly.
Has
and we
nothing to do
need
with purchasing power.
Yes, it is. If I give you $1 million, but a piece of bread costs $2 million, you have terrible merch. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It's about how much purchasing power you have.
So are you saying that when the minimum wage was increased in 2009 that they expected inflation to remain stagnant or not? Oh, hold on, let me finish my question.
Okay.
Are you telling me
please,
that when minimum wage was last raised in 2009 that they expected inflation to remain stagnant and we would have a stagnant economy?
No, when you increase inflation or when you increase minimum wage, that has a ripple effect on the economy for sure. It has because either people hire less or they hire.
Great.
They just hire less.
So just for clarity, you would agree that wages are not keeping up with inflation, and so therefore the minimum wage is in fact exploitation. So you're making what is it?
You're
Money,
telling me
might,
that I'm exploiting people when they voluntarily work at McDonald's? That's a big stretch. That's a really big stretch.
What? What do you say?
You're telling me that I'm exploiting people, but I'm not forcing them to work anywhere. They're choosing to work at these places. And I don't agree
People have
with
to work to survive,
our
and they pick the options that are available to them, even if they're not satisfactory to their needs.
Well, can I bring up something to you about culture? Because I believe culture is the answer to a lot of this. Because right now we have no purchasing power, and bitching about it on the internet isn't going to fix that. You need families to think generationally.
You're the
you
one
need
who
to think
wanted to
about
debate
your
this.
son. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not here to have a personal
culture.
argument with you about what people need to do in their own households. We're talking about
Ooh,
politics.
Shit, you're talking about communism, socialism, and voting and politics? You're very much talking about what I should do in my household.
We're talking about
Did I just catch you?
We're talking about systems. We're talking about systems that people would vote on.
Culture
and now you're
is
getting
a
into
system.
culture and people's
that's
personal
a vote
lives
on.
and what they should do or things they should invest in or skipping a Starbucks coffee every now and then. That's irrelevant to this conversation. We're talking about systems.
Okay.
And that system isn't personal.
No, and I'm not trying to be personal with you. I'm just saying culture-wise.
Then I don't give a fuck about what this culture shit is.
Yeah, it's just weird.
You're way too angry. Wow, you don't care about culture. Politics is downstream from culture, my friend. Culture determines your politics. Like if you let a bunch of Muslims in here, they're going to vote on Sharia law, and then now you have burqas. So that's
oh my God! You know what, Hector? I heard something interesting. I heard something very interesting, and I don't know if you've heard of this. You know who Abdullah Syed is, right, Hector?
Yep.
I heard it's actually a part of his policy on his website, guys, that he wants to make it mandatory federally for Arabic numerals to be taught in American schools.
Insane.
That's not the worst thing ever, but when you want laws,
it's not
like
the
Sharia
worst
law
thing
or
ever.
Sharia courts to teach other languages, I'm not offended by that, but I don't want Sharia law here.
Wait, Arabic numerals aren't a language.
I'm sorry. If you want to educate us in any kind of thing, I'm fine with education, but I don't want it to.
Okay,
I don't want to bring Sharia courts.
Yeah.
Well, of course, education is the key. Like if you guys were more educated, you wouldn't think the way you do.
If we were more, I love.
Well, yeah, you got way too offended at the culture thing. You shouldn't take it so. You shouldn't be so.
Oh no, we didn't get
debate.
offended. We said we weren't engaging in you caring about other people's households.
Dude, the black guy was
kind of weird.
pissed.
No, he wasn't. Trust me, I've seen Hector get mad.
I could feel the hostility. I could feel the aggression, but it's okay. Like,
why was it necessary to point out the fact that he's black? That seems odd.
There's two people on screen. I don't know his name. The other guy. He's black.
His name is in the description
Let go
of the video. It's
so
also in the title of the video. So why wouldn't you just say the man? Wouldn't that be easier to say the woman and the man? Am I wrong?
He got aggression from me telling him to stay on topic.
Yeah, his topic that he chose too.
Yeah, exactly. He literally couldn't articulate the difference between these systems and their actual definitions or variations. Instead,
I literally articulated.
Well, we need to fix the culture problem. Never mind this topic because I don't know the definition. We need to fix the culture problem because Sharia law.
Dude, is that how you heard me? I'm thinking you're having a brain aneurysm. I pointed out that if you immigrate a bunch of different cultures, you will get the laws from those
Wait, but that's
cultures.
how we
That's how it
started
works.
America. For those that were wondering, this is what we're teaching, or
That's a great point.
Abdul
I'm
Asaid
glad you
wants to
brought that
teach in
up.
school.
Arabic
I hope
numerals?
this helps, guys. This is what Abdul Asaid wants to teach in schools with Arabic numerals. So, I mean, I'm glad you're for education. That's great.
You guys clearly aren't. That's crazy.
I mean, you're the one that just said that apparently it's bad to have Muslims come into the United States of America, and that seems weird. So it doesn't seem like you're pro-education in this case.
Wow.
Why can't we learn about other cultures in the United States? Are you for or against? Wait, so you don't like the Muslim religion for some silly reason? That's very interesting to me.
Islam? You like Islam? You like Islam?
It's an it's an Abrahamic religion.
It's one of the 3 Indo religions. Yes, you like Islam?
No, it's one of the 3 Abrahamic religions.
Hey, anyone who doesn't believe me, just fact check me right off the rip. It's one of the 3 Indo
Abrahamic religions. Yeah, I know. It's interesting.
Abrahamic religions.
Yeah, Abrahamic religions.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what it is. Congratulations. Yeah,
and
fantastic.
so is Judaism.
Yep, Judaism
Islam,
and Christian.
And Christianity.
Yep, those are the 3.
Yes.
So,
yet
are you for or against? No, hold on. I'm just asking you a question. Are you for or against universal health care?
I'm for it. We could afford it if we weren't getting defrauded.
Okay, so why are you not voting for candidates that actually support universal health care?
Kamala did not support universal health care.
Oh, no, I agree. She wasn't campaigning. Shushies. I agree. She wasn't campaigning on universal health care in 2024. And I think that was really dumb on her part to not campaign on it. But that's not what I asked. I said, why are you supporting candidates that are not for universal health care?
Well, so
by the way, what state are you in?
Like America, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. So I just want to let you know as well, like, sorry, I'm ADHDing all over the place right now with this because you're just kind of boring.
Really
I know, it's okay. It probably offends you in some way for whatever reason.
You're boring yourself.
No, you're boring because you're the same guy that called in earlier and you just don't want to admit it. And I've just been playing with my food. So you're familiar that there was an election in Minnesota, or sorry, was it Michigan recently, right?
Who cares? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's an election for the Islamic guy, Muslim guy. Was it that? Was it the Dearborn, Michigan thing? I'm not keeping up with the.
God.
Yeah, the Islamic guy.
These guys.
So
Islam. I just want to let you guys know Islam is the name of the religion. Muslim are the people that practice it.
Yeah, that's great. It's the same thing though. And at the end of it, you're an infidel.
It's not
and you're going to get your head chopped off by the sword.
You're just so poorly with
keep
this
doing
shit all the time. No, did I not save that video?
If I'm wrong, just refute me and explain it live.
Shush. So there was a guy, right, that ran in Michigan for governor, right? And I think it was governor. Monica, I'm gonna sneak into your Discord real quick, and because I can't remember his name. So hold on. It was Amir Hassan. Amir Hassan. I think it was Michigan, right? Where he was Trump endorsed, right? Trump loved him, backed him, and his name was Amir Hassan. Was he Arabic by chance? Do you think he was Arabic? Do you think he was Muslim? Amir Hassan.
Oh, are you asking me? Do I think Amir Hassan was? He's obviously Islamic. Yeah, he practices Islam. I would assume. Yeah, shit, with a name like that.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. Let me see. Amir Hassan.
From Michigan too. It's got a very strong Islam.
Yeah, born and raised in Michigan. Born and raised in Michigan.
So what? What? That doesn't mean anything. If I go to Africa and I'm born in Africa, am I an African now? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not African just because I went there and got born there.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I fell short last night. I make no excuse. It was a tough race. But over the last year, I've had some incredible dealings with people across the entire district. I've learned the issues.
That's what happens when I click on a video and I haven't watched it yet.
Are going
so
through.
that's not his original video. But Laura Loomis' post is pretty funny.
What's the point you're making? What's the point you're making about the guy? Was he Muslim?
Oh, you mean your blatant Islamophobia that makes you assume that based off of somebody's name, they must be Muslim?
I'm just taking a guess. I'm not like writing this into a scientific, you know what I mean? I'm just taking a guess. And by the way, how do I have Islamophobia?
A Trump-endorsed candidate lost to a man who wasn't even running anymore. Amir Hassan was defeated in the Republican primary for Michigan's 8th congressional district.
You guys would never go.
I fell short last night.
By rival Thomas Smith, but Smith had suspended his campaign and endorsed another candidate less than 3 weeks before Election Day. Despite dropping out, his name remained on the ballot, and he won by a large margin. Smith took 50.4% of the vote, well over Hassan's 33.2%. Smith has accepted the nomination and will now face off against Democratic Representative Kristen McDonald-Rivet. She enters the race with a massive funding advantage, having more than $4.2 million on hand, as she seeks re-election for a seat she won with a comfortable margin in 2024, even as President Trump took the state. So the man who spent the last month thinking his congressional campaign was over now faces quite an uphill battle.
Yeah, so Amir Hassan was endorsed by Donald J. Trump, and people still voted against him because just like you, sir, they automatically assume based off of his name that he was Islamic or that he was Muslim and just voted against him. And it's very telling that you also made that same assumption because you're a whole fucking stupid person. And I will stand 10 toes down on that. So Jason or David or whatever your name is, disrespectfully,
now you're kicking me.
Disrespectfully, go fuck yourself. Yeah. Oh, you couldn't prove me wrong. You couldn't prove yourself right on a single thing.
He said, "Can I go there and be born there?" Which I knew what he was meaning to say. He was just too stupid enough to articulate it.
And he didn't know how to say
Even then, if you're born in Africa, you would be African. It would be your nationality.
Yeah.
Because nationality is an ethnicity, and ethnicity is in race. But he doesn't know the difference. Wow. There's a lot of brain dead people who talk really fast and think they know shit. Oh my God.
The fact that I obviously I can't tell 100% for sure that it's the same color as the first guy. It just seemed like it was. It felt like it was. Also, thank you, Juicy Juice Godfrey for the 334. Said just for ... So for the plot. Thank you. Ozzy, thank you for the Australian 10. Said just didn't put words. Included note. I like reading notes. Does the caller understand the original intended use of burqa is only for Islamic representation of what that means? No, he doesn't understand anything, Moose. That's part of the problem. But thank you, Moose, for that as well. Bro. I'm just going to start asking people about Amir Hassan and if they believe that he's Muslim or not.
That's a good one, honestly.
Dude had to make a whole ass video. Y'all forced a black man to make a whole ass video and be like, listen, I know my name is Amir Hassan, but I am not Muslim. I'm Catholic. And y'all still made him lose with a 20-point margin to a candidate that dropped out of the race too late that his name was still up there. It is diabolical. It's fucking insane. Because, yeah, the Arabic numerals also confuse them. If you're also confused about what Arabic numerals, open up your phone. So, hold on. Open up your phone call. Like, what is that called? When your keypad. There you go. Your keypad, it's the numbers on that screen. I need to clean the screen, the phone screen. I didn't realize how dirty it was. It's these, okay? It's all of these. These are Arabic numerals. I really didn't think I'd be able to continue that bit a year after Mom Donnie won the governor.
Oh, that's never going away. They don't know. They don't know.
They've never looked it up? That's sad. Okay. Well, let's see. I think Erica's on, so we can go over there. So we'll just piggyback. I wish I had as many people as Hector had coming in. I assume a lot of them left to go over to her, which is totally
fine. We got up to 700 earlier.
We did. I saw that.
That was when that last guest was being an absolute plague, and the algorithm respects contention. So
it really does.
But no.
All right. So y'all are all
you
going
win,
to go. I won.
You win today. You win. Worst op.
The
Worst
idiot.
ops.
Yeah.
Yeah. You win today. You win.
I think I get that prize a lot of the time, if I'm being honest. So, like, not gonna lie, I think I get that a lot. So everybody, you're gonna go over to Erica Shante. I believe if she hasn't, has she updated her name on Twitch, because it doesn't come up under. By the way, her link tree is the wrong one in Twitch for Twitch.
Is it? Okay.
Invalid username. I don't know what her username is on Twitch then. Okay. Y'all go say hi to Erica. What is a fun one for this raid?
Okay.
I know.
So
what's your idea? I have an idea.
I'm trying to review the guest and think of one of the craziest things. Excess capitalism fund? Excess capitalism raid?
I was going to do private property raid.
You know what? I'm down with that.
Okay.
I'm down with that.
We're going to Chicky said, yeah, he said thank you, Chicky, for your donation.
Did I?
Yeah, I heard you say thank you, Chicky. Okay.
Nope. Didn't read this one. I actually meant to, because I had it opened up here. Thank you so much, Cheeky. God damn, that was over an hour ago. I ain't shit. Thank you so much, Cheeky, for the 5. They desire to be black so bad because they're allergic to the sun, and envy is a sin. You know, there's a breakdown that I want to do, and because I'm not religious, I don't really get into the specifics of hosting entire lives about it anymore. But I do find it interesting how I want to like formulate an argument around all the sins that Trump supporters worry about versus the ones that they don't, right? They don't care about covet. They don't care about envy. They don't care about lies, all that shit. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy.
Yeah, it's true. All right. So we are ending. Make sure you guys go do a private property raid over to